going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us right here on Outside the Brand. This is episode 259, your Extreme Rules 2022 post show. Man, what a fucking show! I'm gonna have to admit, it was a very up and down type show for me. I loved the majority of the show, and I loved just the overall essence of the show. I think every match really performed well tonight. But some of the finishes, I admit, were kind of, a little bit questionable. But how'd you guys feel about overall the show tonight? I mean, we're going to get into that massive, massive return later on in the show. But tell me, guys, overall thoughts of Extreme Rules 2022 as a whole.
Like I said on the predictions earlier, I really hope they paced this show out well for everything that they planned on. I think in some places they did. In others, were very bad placement. Like the ladder match shouldn't have went on where it did. I don't think you should have had the strap match when you did. Like that middle portion of the show was just kind of bleh. And that could be because of how the second match ended. But it's just from matches 3 and 4 did not feel like they were anywhere near the hype, and that did affect the show.
I can see that.
I would say the show was a banger. Triple H just does not miss when it comes to these pay-per-views. I haven't had one bad pay-per-view from Triple H. The show was overall just a banger. Bray Wyatt is finally back. Thank God I don't have to deal with fantasy booking anymore. Ronda Rousey is your new SmackDown Women's Champion, as she should be. And the one thing I didn't like, I'm gonna keep it above with you, was probably Bianca retaining her Raw Women's Champion.
Facts.
I feel like
shit,
Bayley.
Yes.
I think that was the right moment for Bayley to win. But I mean, I got Ronda as champ, so I'm fine. I'm good.
Of course. Yeah.
I think I enjoyed most of the show. Only one that kind of I wasn't paying too much attention to was the strap match.
Yeah. But I did like the ending though with Scarlett and all that. I think that was a pretty cool ending. It protected Drew, because that was my fear with Drew. I thought it was going to make Drew look way too weak because he's been taking way too many L's. So I did like that.
Solid guy.
Everything was fun. Yeah. My thoughts. This pay per view, it was a solid. It was all right, not bad. Goat Rousey's champ. That's why I call it nowadays, y'all. She's SmackDown Women's Champion. That's all that matters. Liv Morgan. It was lovely seeing you champ. I loved your moment. Trust me. Don't get me wrong, but it was. We'll get to it. But Bayley, I wish she won. I wish she won. But we'll get to that too. It's not. It really isn't. And
this man
we'll get to the main. We'll get to the.
You turned on Liv so quickly, bro. It's not even funny. I don't, bro.
I said, don't get me wrong. She's great. It was good. I loved her moment. Trust me, loved it. Loved every second of it. But it was time. No cap. It was getting kind of stale.
You turned on her so freaking badly, bro. Oh my god. I can legitimately see the hypocrisy.
She was kind of the title was kind of getting stale, and I was like, you know what? Ronda, take the title back. And I was like,
bro, I can see the hypocrisy coming out of your guys' pores right now. It's disgusting.
Like Steven,
Phil is so
Steven
angry,
agrees. Go Rousey.
Of course, Steven agrees.
Go Rousey.
Steven has the worst takes on TikTok.
You would want to agree with you on anything is Steven.
Bro, bro, come on, bro, don't start, bro. Come on, it's like almost 12:30, bro. Come on, chill off me, bro. Let me have my Ronda Rousey moment, bro. Come on now.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Go home.
Around 8:30. You've had about 4 hours.
This is the crazy thing, Zay.
All matters.
Zay,
listen, Phil. Listen.
Liv carried her throughout the entire match, right? Throughout the
Phil,
entire match.
She was carrying Liv that match. I'm like trying.
Listen, Phil. If you want to cry, if you need to, just let it out, man. Just let out the tears. It's okay. Like
Jesus
it's all right. It's your
Christ,
boy.
Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break.
Yo, Phil, it's okay, bro. Just breathe, okay? You have a real champion now.
Just breathe.
breathe.
Okay, let's not go that far.
I legitimately have the right to take you both out right now. I really do. I really do.
Zay, I'm taking it as far as this. just so every morning. Wait, hold on. I could wake up to this, knowing that she's champion. I'm gonna wake up to that every morning for the next month until she loses the title. She's gonna be my wallpaper. Wait, what'd you say? Wait, I ain't hear what you said.
I didn't say anything.
No, Zay. It looked like he froze a little bit.
Yeah, my friends keep trying to call me, and they need
Oh.
to be busy.
But yeah, Ronda winning was the right idea. Only thing, again, Bayley. I think this is gonna hurt the whole Damage Control momentum. I ain't gonna lie.
Damage Control is almost dead at this point. It's almost dead.
Phil, you pushing it, bro. You pushing it, bro. Damage Control is probably the best thing on Raw right now.
Damage Control is kind of buried. No cap. It's getting buried. I don't like it.
I'd love to see Bianca win it, but dang, she took out all 3 of them by herself. That's crazy.
She legitimately turned into Super Cena, and that's not
Not
even
Super Belair. I call it Super Belair. That's what I call it. Super Belair.
It's not even an exaggeration. She just
She took them all out. I think that was. I don't know. I think it made her look a little too strong. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think Bayley should have won.
Bayley easily should have won. That was not the right move at all. But yeah, guys, we're going to be going over everything that happened on Extreme Rules, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. Guys, if you guys like what you heard so far, hit that like button, turn on the bell for all notifications, hit that subscribe button down below as well. Let's get this to 15 likes on the episode for tonight. You guys are going to absolutely kill it like you always do. I'm going to... I mean, I was on TikTok live throughout the entire show, so I was just marking out of everything that happened on the show, and especially during that Bray Wyatt return. But we're going to get to that Bray Wyatt return, and we're going to be talking about it all very soon. Who the heck is this? That's my man! What's up?
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
how y'all doing?
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm doing great.
How you doing, bro?
Steven and Saul are legitimately hijacking this podcast. We gotta stop them. We
Why
gotta
they
stop them.
Why they
Go
doing that?
Rousey is champion,
Oh,
sir.
Rousey,
Sir,
bro,
listen
come
up.
on now.
I'll leave for
Go
3 hours.
Rousey. Yeah.
We gotta stop them. I legitimately have the right to kick him out, but they've turned on Liv so fast, not even funny.
Hey man,
Especially Saul. He turned on Liv so quick.
bro, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not even mad. I'm not.
I am
Thank
pissed
you!
off right now.
Thank you!
Love.
Listen.
It's okay to
I am
express your
pissed
feelings, bro. It's
off
okay,
right
bro.
now.
It's okay.
Listen.
I am pissed off.
When Ronda won, I put my head in my hands and I just sat there for a minute, and I was sad all the way until. Yeah, I had to process my feelings for a minute. I'm gonna cry in the shower when I get home. But I mean, as much as it hurt, I don't care because everything just got better from that point. So I can't be mad. I'm sorry. I love
Ronda Rousey got carried throughout the entire match, and I don't care.
Yo, he capping right now, Chad. Don't worry about
I
it.
am not
I
capping.
don't know about
It's
that.
legitimately the truth.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, Law. Talk
It's
to him, Law.
legitimately the truth.
I
She
don't know
was selling
about
pretty good.
I don't know. The match, it didn't. I don't know. I don't think it was bad. It was just. It's probably my thoughts of just like knowing Liv was gonna lose. That's probably why I was like. I don't know.
You
There's so many thoughts
you
going
wanted
right
Liv to win.
Watching that match and watching how that match went. First of all, we know I want Liv to win, but watching how that match went, Ronda was beating her ass the whole match. Was she not?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I'm not blind. She was beating her ass the whole match.
And there were legitimately baseball bat shots. Like those were not protected at all.
In the
You win
slightest.
some, you lose
She
some.
should have gave her a receipt,
Anyway.
though.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some, man. She may be a part of. I heard 2 people tell me that she's doing a darker character, so she could join Judgment Day, which I was been pitching for 4 months. But we're gonna move that on. I've been pitching Liv and AJ to join Judgment Day for 4 months, but whatever. I don't know.
He got to see Edge live, Lucky. get to see Edge live. That's crazy.
What the fuck? I know we're not even at this part yet, but what the hell was that Finn Balor mask shit? That was what the hell was that?
Kanye.
someone said that
Yo,
was
Ye
Kanye.
was in. Yo, listen,
Kanye.
Ye was in WWE, y'all. Yo, Ye was in WWE. What do you mean? Come on now. That was Ye. That was.
Kanye Belair.
No, seriously, what was that?
I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
It kind of was strange. At first, I thought maybe this a hit at Demon Finn Balor. I'm like, okay, no. I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know if he trying something different. But his new theme song is a hit, though. I'll tell you that.
Facts.
It's better than his old one.
For real.
I just wanted to hear the other side. They don't give me the other side, and I was sad for that.
Probably just when they're
part.
together. I don't know.
But you know, it happens.
Oh yeah,
But
did
yeah.
you end up meeting Nikita, man?
Oh yeah, Nikita,
Whoa.
right there. Two
Yeah.
feet in front of you.
Did you survive Monday?
Did you?
We got down to the floor, right?
Did you survive, my brother?
Huh?
How'd you
I said,
move all
did you
the way
survive,
down
my
to the
brother,
floor?
when you saw it?
It's not about what you know; it's about who you know, Phil. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, no
Alright,
cap.
well,
So look,
well, good
I-
shit. Good shit then.
all I'm gonna say is I was sitting next to Suplex. Feel me?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He says, look. I look,
Oh.
and she's just sitting there, all fine. Bro.
Yo, Loft, you one lucky motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie to you,
Dude,
bro.
I was trying
You
to
could have
look
walked
at-
up to
I
her.
went to Twitter. I was like, this.
I was
nigga
scared.
lying.
I ain't gonna cap. I was bitching. I'm sorry. I was bitching.
Okay.
I folded, chat. I'm sorry. I folded.
So-
I folded.
So Love,
Understandable.
he texted like my group chat and everything. He's like, Phil, look for me. I'm like, where are you? And he's like, well, I'm on the floor. I'm like, yes, I know that, but like, exactly where are you on the floor? And I'm not gonna lie to you. You were still on the hard cam side, but we were not able to see you. You were behind the cameraman.
I know.
So like we could not see you at all, and I was like, God damn it, dude! I'm
So,
like, if you
when they did the wide shots, I saw my bright yellow hoodie. So like, I when they did some of the wide shots, I saw it, but you obviously can't see me, and they took my
yeah,
sign.
I didn't
So-
see it at all.
Oh, they took your sign? Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy was like, yeah, no, it's no signs. I was like, damn, all right, here. And then
Apparently, there's no signs like allowed on the like hard cam side or whatever, like where the actual it's
Mhm.
located. So like, that's so stupid.
Cause like the production
Wait,
people
hold
right
on.
behind us, Samantha Irvin and shit back there.
Yo, Lob, did the security guard take your sign? That's my question.
Yeah, they took it.
I kept looking back because I can't remember.
Oh, they took
Damn,
it.
did
Oh,
they give it back? Damn, did they give it back at least?
No, no, they have it. I don't care. They probably threw it away. Listen.
they probably threw it away.
You seen where they put it, right?
Where?
They had it like right next to the where you seen where the guys were sitting next to the barricade,
Yeah,
like where it opens up.
yeah.
It was right in between like the barricade and like the machine.
Oh.
It was like sticking out a little bit. It was like sticking out to subscribe to OTV.
As soon as the show is over, I'm walking to that point and I am taking my sign back. I worked hard on that shit.
Phil, my mind was in 16 different places. I'm sorry.
You saw Bray Wyatt, you had a chair.
Yeah, that was it. I
Yeah,
saw Bray
yeah.
and I have a chair. Nothing else mattered at that point. I don't care.
I saw Brand. I
Oh
haven't.
yeah, that's right. You
Chair.
guys get to take the chair home, right?
Yeah, it's like I got it. I'm gonna sit on it. It's freaking Ronda's face.
Oh whoa, that is
Hey!
a crazy
Hey!
sentence. That is a
No.
crazy
That's
sentence.
her
I'm gonna
face.
sit on
That's
Ronda's
Her face
face.
on this.
What the?
It's her face.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
It's literally her
Act
face.
like what you said. What you just said.
It's literally her face. I'm sorry.
I know it's her face, but you can't just legitimately say like,
Yeah,
oh
he
yeah,
said
it's
it so
on her
casually
face.
too.
I definitely can.
Oh,
Come
Jesus
on, Loft.
Christ.
Don't do the goat Ronda like that, bro. Come on now.
I mean,
never mind. But yeah.
don't.
Yo,
My friends called me. They fucked my whole stream up, bro. Them niggas get on my nerves sometimes.
the Reaper said that's a while since it.
I ain't seen Reaper in a bit.
Reaper's all over the
That was the
place when
last
it
thing
comes
that
to
I thought
off
of in
chat.
school.
So
Just wait. I'm gonna say this to Loft. Just wait till Mania 40. Just wait till Philly. Yeah, that's where we're all gonna be.
I'm right in
Hope
front of the
I
arena.
see everybody there.
I see the arena right now. It's just
Yeah.
freaking sick.
Lincoln Financial Field, man.
Lincoln Financial.
It's
That's gonna be
huge.
so
It's
lit,
freaking
man.
huge.
I haven't been there in years, which is wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this week.
Still a little upset I didn't get to meet Live Laugh Lovington.
Damn it.
It is what it is, bro. I need all y'all to be present for 40, though. I need everyone to be present.
I'm going to 40.
Yeah, I'm going to 40 100%.
I'm flying out.
I'm not even-
I thought I was going with you. We're going with Loft. Remember, Phil? We're going with Loft.
I am going to 40. I don't care.
Bet.
Oh, I'm going to 40.
Actually,
I'm going with y'all.
I'm gonna start saving up right after college, bro. I'm gonna start saving up for 40.
I don't care where I sit. I will be in that arena at some point.
Yes,
I don't
I
care.
will be in that arena. Both nights. I don't care.
Yeah, both nights. I have to,
Indeed.
bro. Especially if The Rock will be there.
For real.
Dwayne, yeah.
That's gonna be my second time seeing him in person. Oh shit! Oh my god!
We're probably going to have to do soon.
Chris got a AOZ smoking it. Oh my god, Josh! They leaked them. Yeah, the Mania logo was fire. I ain't gonna lie. I actually like it.
The Roman numerals.
Yeah.
And they had the little crack bell to represent Philly. That was fire.
That was cool.
Survivor
What the
Series.
Alright,
Yes,
so
that's
now
a hard
this-
logo. That logo is beautiful.
Anyone notice Liv smiling while passing out? I don't know what that was. I don't know if
That
she
was
was
weird.
joking.
Maybe it's because she didn't tap or something, so that was her way of one upping. But I
She
don't know.
clearly tapped, so I mean, well, not clear. No, wait, no,
It was-
she
it was
passed
knockout.
out.
Yeah,
She
it was
passed out. My bad. Yeah, she passed out. my bad.
It might be. I feel like some people were saying it might be a heel turn. I'm not
don't
too
see
sure. Yeah, I mean, I already don't even take her seriously as a babyface, let alone a heel. I guess.
Zay is just messing up tonight.
God damn, Zay.
He's got
going
the
in and
McDonald's
out.
Wi-Fi. He's got the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Oh boy. Well, Loff, I don't know if you're gonna stay in here, bro, but it's cool if you do.
I'm gonna join when I get back home because I'm in the car right now. So
Okay, cool. Just message me when you get home, bro.
word.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, y'all be good.
All right, so
Yo, Zay, you good now, bro?
I'm trying. My phone is like the biggest piece of shit. Plus, I watched the entirety of Extreme Rules on here, so it's a little warm.
Burn.
okay.
Yeah, we gotta get Zay a computer, bro.
Hey, I tried that. He yelled at me. So
I am sick of the laptop jokes between you, Nate, Steven. I'm sick of them.
Bro, I'm just saying. Bro,
we're trying to help you out, bro.
I'll get a laptop. I'll get a laptop eventually, but for right now, we work with the phone.
Word what you got. Oh, shit. Zay got that ultimate Wi-Fi right
All the
Yeah.
optimum Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
It's
my
it's
style.
not even the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is fine. It's the fucking StreamYard, bro.
StreamYard on phone is just not. It's not anything special. But guys, we're gonna be talking let's talk about Extreme Rules, guys. Top to bottom, we're gonna be doing everything when it comes to this. And absolutely, it was a good show. It was a really good show. There were just some questionable parts for me, and that's all. Like, listen, there's questionable parts about anything when it comes to pro wrestling. So you can agree, you can disagree. I really don't care. I mean, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But guys, let's get right into it. The first match, and I believe this is a great opener, the Donnybrook match, the 6-man tag Donnybrook match. I thought this was an absolute banger, in the words of Sheamus. Great stuff here, and the right outcome. Brawling Brutes got the W. Loved it.
I didn't even get a chance to see that match, so I can't even say nothing. I didn't get a chance to see it yet.
What the? He left again.
Yeah, stop. I just seen what she posted on Twitter. I did see it. I definitely just seen it.
Okay. Well, I'll get to whatever Liv posted when we get there. But yeah, Donnybrook match. Spot, Saul, thoughts?
very entertaining. I like the open, physical as you expected. I think I said the Brawling Brutes, but yeah, it was a really good show. I mean, really good match.
I ain't see it, so I can't say nothing about it. I didn't see, I missed like the pre-show.
Am I good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we good.
Okay, just making sure. I thought I was having technical problems again.
No, that's me apparently.
Okay. All right. But nah, this match was fire, bro. RIP to Sheamus' chest. I'm gonna say that right here, guys. RIP to his chest, bro. That man took those drops like a champ, and I really respect the hell out of him for that. And this is like by far one of the best 6-man tag match I've ever seen in my life. And I was waiting for somebody to do a power bomb off of those bar tables or whatever the heck, because I want to see if they were strong enough to break the whole thing. But the match was good itself, and like Phil said in his live, I hope they put that IC title on Sheamus because he needs it. He deserves it.
After that performance, there's no doubt in my mind Sheamus needs to become the Intercontinental Champion. Like, my God.
Say.
Jesus Christ.
McDonald's Wi-Fi. I'm telling y'all, people. I'm telling y'all, like he's got the McDonald's Wi-Fi, bro. Nah. Steven.
This
no,
is worse than McDonald's. This is worse than McDonald's at this point.
He's got the Burger King Wi-Fi, y'all. He's got the Burger King Wi-Fi.
I actually have some good connections in Burger King. I don't know what you're talking about, but
I'll give him credit though. At least he's trying to do it. Like
he's trying. He's trying.
I'll give him A for effort or E for effort. I don't know which one it goes.
All right, guys. So to go over the final portions of this match here, Sheamus and Gunther, they exchange a series of strikes. Kaiser hits Sheamus in the back with a shillelagh. Butch then hits a moonsault off the barrels onto all 3 members of Imperium. Looked great. That was awesome. That was a great spot there. Gunther then clotheslines Sheamus with a shillelagh to secure a very close near fall. Butch and Holland then hold Gunther, allowing Sheamus to hit him square in the head with a shillelagh shot. It was absolutely a brutal shot right there. Great camera angle as well. Sheamus then sends Gunther through the announce table with a Celtic cross. Looked great there as well. The first match of the show, the table's already being destroyed. So you knew at that point in the show it was going to be something great. Sheamus then hits a brogue kick onto Leonardo da Vinci, or no, Giovani Vinci for the win.
What the fuck?
Listen, when your last name is Vinci in the WWE, I'm just thinking Leonardo da Vinci, all right? So Giovani Vinci got hit with a brogue kick and got the win. The Brawling Brutes pick up the W in what was a roughly 18-minute contest to start off the show. Good stuff.
I called it to be the first show. I called it to be the first. I said I hope they're the first match on the card, because you cannot leave that out in the mid card. That has to be the opening, and I'm glad they made that as an opening. And also big pop for the Brawling Brutes. Actually, big pop.
Mm-hmm.
They're over. But I'm also going to say this though. I'm kind of glad that they didn't let Walter be pinned, because we've said this numerous times. The champion shouldn't be pinned, and I was glad that one of them got pinned and not Walter.
When he got sent through that table with the Celtic cross, I knew he was just going to be out for the rest of the match. So I thought that was a perfect way to just end it right there for him.
Yeah,
and,
we gotta leave Zay alone in the chat, y'all.
Yeah, you gotta chill out, y'all.
Wait, I got a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Y'all think? Okay, I'm very confused. Are we all in agreement that the Brawling Brutes are all baby faces, or are they still heels?
They're baby faces.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because it seems like, because I was really confused, because it seemed like they were still heels, but we're playing a baby face temporarily.
Like up until Clash, Sheamus was more of he wasn't like full heel, but he was like tweener. But after Clashes,
when Sheamus had that massive, huge standing ovation after Clash, that right there in itself told me that like he's turning babyface right there. Like he just turned babyface just because of that match alone. And then obviously because of that and the association with Sheamus, Butch and Holland, they kind of just, came babyfaces on association.
I love
I was
Butch.
kind of like
What's the
skeptical about Rich Holland before. but
Holy
he
shit,
did
you're
his
here.
thing there.
Oh my God, he's back! Oh my God, he's back! There he is. There he is.
With the gimmick
I had to let it
glasses.
turn off and turn back on because of
Okay.
the heat. If it crashes again, I'm sending Darian $1 for every time it crashes.
Hey, let's go.
Share the
You're
wealth,
You're
brother. What the fuck?
gonna have to sell that ticket because it's gonna keep crashing, bro.
But yeah, a roughly 18-minute match to kick off the show. The Brawling Brutes pick up the W. At that point, 1-0, baby. I was loving it. I was loving the show so far. I was on a freaking high. And then it all just fucking went downhill, bro. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Can
Whenever
can I
Liv
open a
fans are
segment?
depressed, man, I feed off that energy.
Woo! Go Rousey!
You know how disgusting you are? Seriously?
Yeah.
That is such a disgusting sentence to even say.
I'm just saying.
I need you to go like wash your mouth with soap real quick and then come back.
bro, Phil.
That
Or like they say, or like
crazy.
I'll say, stay off the weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you too, buddy, because you're in
Yeah.
agreement with this guy.
Well, yeah, because
Bro,
Ronda Rousey's
Phil.
goated. What do you mean?
With
Go,
how
Ronda
bad that match was because of Ronda
Say,
and how terrible it is to have Ronda as the SmackDown Women's Championship, I ain't staying off of shit. Give me more. I need to cope.
Yo, Zay. Yo, bro, y'all Liv fans, y'all crack me up so much. It's because like y'all really thought she was gonna beat Ronda for a third time. Like that's what really is taking.
She
me out.
should've.
Like, nah,
I'm gonna say this.
nah.
Ronda, I'm gonna say this right here.
Oh, but it's not
Steven,
believable in Extreme Rules match.
To
Give
be
me a
fair,
fucking
to be
break.
fair, the Liv fans on TikTok would be just as much on the other people's heads as Steven's on everybody's right now.
Yeah, this is just
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah.
them Liv stands, bro.
I'm not usually like I don't make videos 24/7 about Liv Morgan. Come on now.
Okay. I was about to say. I was about to say. I was like, Phil.
I did
You
not
know
make
you would do
videos
it.
on this 24/7.
Bro,
Come
but
on
the
now.
Liv fans on Twitter, oh my god, bro, they were so pissed off, and I was in every single one of those replies, just replying with the smoking pack meme. I'm like, yeah, we smoking that Liv pack. I was just trolling them. It was just so hilarious.
I'm gonna say this, Steven. Yo, Steven, listen. I say this all the time. Ronda is the most overhated.
Overhated.
Hated.
Yes, she is overhated. Overhated.
Yes.
No reason.
Well, she should be.
Overhated female wrestler.
Bro, Phil, what is your reasoning on hating on the baddest woman on the planet?
She doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about me. She does not legitimately care about this business. You
Okay.
cannot.
There's a
you
bunch of
cannot tell
wrestlers
me
out
otherwise.
there that's like that.
Brock Lesnar.
cannot
Hello?
tell
Some
me
of them lacks the in-ring ability she lacks.
Brock
Yeah,
Lesnar.
yeah,
in
yeah,
ring,
in-ring
though,
ability.
Zay. She's
You know,
solid.
I'm
She's
gonna say
solid
to
in
Phil,
ring. She's
You
not
know you
bad.
just described Brock, right? You know you just described Brock Lesnar,
I
right?
don't. Well, okay,
Brock
fine,
Lesnar is
whatever.
one of
It
the
doesn't
greatest
matter.
wrestlers of our
She just does
generation.
not care about this business.
I mean, I guess that's a valid point, but like, it's still though.
You know
The
she
co-
doesn't care about this business.
Okay, well, I mean,
Here's
she
how I'll
cares,
put it.
she don't. As long as she on my TV screen, I mean, I ain't mad.
Here's how
Me
I'll put
neither.
it, right?
Me neither.
Ronda Rousey is only a pro wrestler because she can't fight any of the female fighters of today.
Yes. Whoa, that is just a first of all,
She-
that's just a wild statement right there,
Let's-
bro.
let's-
Ronda
no, no, no,
Rousey
let's
First
can
of all-
let's be
easily
real.
hang.
Let's
with
keep it a
any-
bean. Let's keep it a bean. She left and stopped fighting because she figured out that entire women's division at that point was gonna knock her dumb ass the fuck out. She outgrew fighting, so she came somewhere where she knew, okay, I can control what happens here. That is her reason one for joining wrestling, right?
I thought Dana White was the one that made the call for her. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
did.
sure.
Right, but-
I'm
Yeah,
not
I don't know why.
Right, but it is Ronda Rousey.
It would've been a dumb idea
Like,
for her to
there's
stay.
Pride
It would've
FC,
been-
There's one championship. She would have kept fighting.
It would have been a dumb idea for her to stay in UFC, but if it was up to her, I think she would 100% stayed.
Yep, pretty much.
Who knows, right?
She
all
probably would stay,
business.
but she could still hang. But I mean, it is a brutal business, so she probably thought her time was up. I mean,
She was only
to
like
say she
12 and
couldn't
0
hang?
before she got cooked by Holly Holmes and Amanda Nunes, bro. Like she was on the top of the world, bro. She was undefeated. She was like 12 and 0, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, that whole home fight was.
I'm just
brutal.
saying, there's a lot of convenience to the fact, because I do believe Darian's right. Dana White called for her to stop fighting after she lost to, I believe it was Holly Holm.
I think
beat her
it was
to
that
the
last.
ground.
Yeah.
It was after that.
Her second fight, actually. It was her second
called for
fight.
her to stop.
It was her second fight
By the
that
way,
she
it was
lost.
Holly.
No. It was Holly. Then it was Amanda
Behind
Nunes.
Oh yeah, she got knocked the fuck up by Amanda Nunes. Yeah. It definitely was.
Yeah, that was the last fight. That was the last fight. Yep.
Yeah. It was after that he called it, because one, he had to know just as much as I'm saying right now. Ronda couldn't keep up with any of the other people that were coming into the division, or she hadn't already beaten. It was either a rematch for those two, and that would have just resulted in Ronda getting further embarrassed. Dana called it. She was quick to come to wrestling afterwards, because, I mean, that was the biggest contract you're going to get coming out of MMA, is a wrestling contract. Now maybe boxing, but it's wrestling.
She would have been a good boxer. Okay. She probably would have been a good boxer anyway if she did wanted to do boxing.
That's what I'm saying.
I've seen her brawl.
You know, she did. If she wanted to keep fighting, she would have kept fighting, because that's what most combat. If Dana White kicked you out the UFC, which he does to a lot of his fighters, we're not talking to Dana White's shady ethics, but they just go to a different promotion and keep fighting. Mighty Mouse. I mean, that was a trade, but you know, that's the case of it. John Jones left and went to fight other places.
You could say that about Riddle also. I mean, he got kicked out the UFC and went to pro wrestling. So,
well, he got kicked out because he couldn't.
The UFC because he got his ass beat. He got kicked out the UFC because he was smoking weed.
Yeah.
That's totally different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wellness policy. He was undefeated. He was undefeated. He was like 7.
Doping allegations and shit. Nobody beat Riddle in MMA.
Nope.
Okay, I see your point there, but I'm still stuck on you saying that she couldn't hang with anyone in that division. I'm pretty stuck on that one. I think that's a blasphemous take.
I'm up 100%. I think the best female UFC fighter right now, Thug Rose. I don't know her current record. I haven't kept up with UFC heavy, but I give Thug Rose as putting.
She has a good belt
to Ronda. She gonna hurt Ronda.
I mean,
Amanda's still the
right now. I would probably say right now. So I don't think Ronda Rousey is in her prime in terms of like MMA anymore.
No, not at all.
What prime Ronda Rousey? I don't think so. I don't really think anyone touches Ronda Rousey in her prime.
Nope.
Well, besides Amanda Nunes, I think she's just a different animal right there.
Yeah, besides Amanda, yeah. She's still the GOAT.
If we being real, if Dana White would have signed Chris Cyborg when he should have, that's another L for Ronda right there. Come on now. Don't
she is a different breed. I ain't gonna lie to you, Zay. She is a different breed. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that. Chris Cyborg would. I'll give you that. That'll probably be one of the few women I think that can beat the hell out of Ronda Rousey. I'll give you that. But still, though, this Ronda slander got to stop, though.
This ain't the UFC, though. This is professional fucking wrestling, and I'm telling you right now, she is not a good professional wrestler.
She's solid. She's okay. She's okay. I think nowadays you don't have to be like an A+ like wrestler.
I never said you have to be A+. Just know what the fuck you're doing in there, and she doesn't.
Well, you know,
she brings a mixed martial arts background with her.
Come after sport.
She wrestles different.
The only female that actually transitioned from the UFC or MMA world into the WWE and actually successfully did it correctly, Shayna Baszler. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that one. But I don't think she as bad as y'all make it out to be. I think she has some bangers.
Her feet are jittery. She doesn't get to the right spots.
True, but I mean, But still, to say that she's trash in ring, like, I think that's going a little hard. Like, you could say she's not good or she's not as great as a lot of women, but to say she's flat out garbage I think that's kind of crazy.
You
She
just
has
agreed with
some
two of my points. You just agreed with two
No.
of my points.
Ronda is solid in ring. She's not the greatest. She could definitely hold her own in
You
the
can't
ring.
be solid in ring when you're missing spots, you're rarely in the right places, and you have no coordination with any of your opponents.
Even Charlotte couldn't get a
Russell.
bit- Okay,
What's up?
you guys know I hate Charlotte with a freaking passion, but even Charlotte couldn't even get Ronda into a good match, and that is sad.
Whoa, yeah.
And that is sad.
She tried it twice. Once with the help of Becky, and still couldn't pull it off.
Okay, yeah, we're obviously just not watching the same wrestling because that WrestleMania 35, Ronda banged out, and against Charlotte at Survivor Series, that was a banger too. So, nah, Phil.
Her match with Sasha Banks is better.
I'm
Match with
just
Sasha
getting
Banks is
through
better.
this match because I honestly can't talk about it anymore. So Ronda, she hit Liv in the stomach, hard way, with the baseball bat. Liv then beats down Ronda with the baseball bat as well. Lightly. She was actually working the match. Ronda just goes rogue. Ronda then attacks Liv with the black belt. She wore a black belt to the ring. You're not the only honey that has a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So, I don't know what that was about, but there was that. Liv then sends Ronda shoulder first into the ring post. It was supposed to be into the steel chair, but again, messed up. That wasn't really Ronda's fault. I will give it that. That was just, just chairs. They go flying. That's okay. But they do the spot again into the chair. Liv then hits the ropes, and Ronda forces Liv to submit in a bicep crusher. So she didn't even submit; she passed out. So
Smiling.
Yeah,
smiling, and that's and that's completely, just out of whatever the heck was supposed to happen. If they do this again, Ronda's retaining. Liv's not going to be champion. Liv's not going to be champion. This reign is just going to be as irrelevant. So
the most interesting part of that match was the fact that Liv passed out smiling and then continued laughing after she lost the title. That was the most interesting part of that entire match.
She must know something that we don't. 'Cause that is pretty odd.
Yeah.
It is.
I did like the camera work though. I don't know. Maybe that's just something I caught. Like the camera work,
camera
the table
working
spot,
was
and then
good.
the last one where just the visible, you can see Liv's face.
Yeah,
I thought that was really good.
I'm gonna say that
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I was telling Phil about how she was actually Phil was talking about how she was actually getting hit with the bat, and I told him, and I said, well, Liv should give her a receipt because if she's hitting her legit beating the shit out of her with that bat, you should give her a receipt. That's what you do in the ring.
The type of name you can't give a receipt. Giving Ronda a receipt would be the equivalent to giving like Roman Reigns, Stone Cold, John Cena a receipt.
Well, we all know what happened with Braun Strowman when he did something to Lesnar. and I mean, Lesnar, he just didn't care. I wouldn't even call that a receipt. I would just call that Brock going rogue and just say, yeah, no, fuck you. You better not do that to me again.
No, he legit just told him just like slow the fuck down pretty much when he hit him.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like,
still one of the funniest things ever. He kneed him and it said, slow down.
And
but yeah, I mean, oh well, it happened. We'll see where it goes. I mean, it's going to be Charlotte. Charlotte and Ronda's happening, so I better just get used to it.
I want to say that, but something is telling me Shayna's going to come out somehow.
I wanted Shayna to come out. Like, why didn't it happen? Like,
I can see that like the Rumble or Survivor Series or something.
Yeah, I feel like that could that Survivor Series will be a thing, but I think they're gonna want to set up a triple threat with Shayna and Ronda. Shayna,
That's what I've
Ronda,
been saying.
Charlotte.
I've been saying that.
I think
for
that could
months.
be something they do with those three. But it's probably gonna be Charlotte because
see-
they did cut a Charlotte promo, like I think right after that match, if I believe.
Yeah, I've been saying that for months. That there's gonna be a triple threat with that. Well, with 3 of them.
It should have already. That should have been tonight's match because you had Liv and Ronda at SummerSlam. Then you did Shayna and Liv at Clash. The triple threat made sense for tonight. And
What's
then
up,
maybe
Johnny?
you didn't have to beat
Wrestle
Liv.
Spot. Johnny's in the chat for you, buddy.
Johnny.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man.
No, that's also my favorite ball cap in the MLB though.
But yeah, Liv, you're still good in my book. I don't care what anybody says.
You're still the better wrestler, and you should still be champion.
Up next, the strap match. I admit this was the weakest match on the card for me. The strap match. I love the brutality in this, but let's be real, the crowd, not really too much into it. And I'd love it if Loft was here so I can at least get some kind of like, live interaction from him. But I don't know. We all knew the buildup of this match wasn't all that great, but I thought this could have been a little bit better.
I agree with you too that the match was kind of y'all tried to kill me yesterday when I said I really wasn't excited for this match, but the match didn't hit at all. I don't think the strap match was really necessary. I think they could have went with a
I totally see where you were coming from now. I really do.
I think they could have went a different
Steven and Phil agree. Oh my goodness.
That's rare.
This,
I know,
yes.
right?
Well, this, yes. This one, yes, because it just did not feel like it could have been.
I think they could have went with a different.
Worlds have collided. Wrestle Spot.
I think they could have went a different, like, especially y'all know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I think they could have went a different route. And I'm kind of surprised this match didn't hit, just because those two can go in ring. And I thought, man, something different besides the strap match that could have been matched tonight. But
now, did Karrion succeed throughout all numbers of that match? 100%. I thought Karrion looked great.
I thought his finish looked strong, like ultra strong.
Yes.
He looked very strong.
Looked great.
But what? I also love that how Karrion made sure McIntyre didn't look weak in this match either. That's also what I loved about this match too.
It was a great match. I mean, for me personally, I just kind of felt deflated from the previous one, so I was just kind of just not into it. Didn't really get back into the pay-per-view until the I Quit match because when we get there. But this match was it was good. It was entertaining. I felt like both wrestlers looked great. But shout out Hope Division because I spent the entire match looking at Scarlet. Yeah, I spent the entire match looking at Scarlet.
Whoa, I was gonna say.
If you were looking at Charlotte, I think we might have a little bit of an issue. But
same for real. I was about to say. I was like, sir, didn't we have a talk? Are you okay? I was like, listen, are you all right? Like, that's what I would have been like.
Okay, look. To be fair, Charlotte can get looked at too over here, but I meant to say Scarlet. especially in that outfit she was wearing. So much.
Yeah,
bro,
no,
bro,
Scarlet
you expect
was
me to watch these two
Scarlet
Scarlet
was
can
looking pretty good tonight. Shout out to Eliza, man, because she was looking pretty good. I'm not gonna shout out to Booker. I meant to give the timestamp for the Liv and Ronda match. That match lasted 12 minutes and 22 seconds. That match was not long at all. But this match with the strap match, it was shorter, 10 minutes and 22 seconds. So
really,
barely 10 minutes. Barely 10 minutes.
That match felt way longer.
It felt less than 10 minutes. Yeah.
To be fair, they did a few things before the match before the bell rings, so I guess that affects the time too.
Yeah.
Wow.
When the bell rings from start to finish, that's when the time for me starts.
In all
So
actuality, I think they went like 15.
yeah, it was probably like a 15-minute segment. Probably 20 with the entrances and everything, because just how slow Karrion does go to the ring. But yeah, about a 10-minute match. And so Drew McIntyre, he hits a big belly-to-belly suplex, followed by a neckbreaker onto Kross. Both men exchange a series of punches. Both men then exchange, slaps. Slaps to the face with the strap. Looked freaking brutal, man. Like, they were legitimately slapping each other in the face with that strap. And then Scarlett, she gets in front of Drew McIntyre when Drew was going for the Claymore, but sprays Drew McIntyre with some sort of spray. We didn't know what the spray was at first and everything like that. And then Karrion hit the elbow to the back of Drew's head to secure the pinfall victory. Apparently, he calls that now the Kross dagger or something like that. That's what I heard Michael Cole say. And that was it. Scarlett threw the canister. Somehow, Corey caught it, and it looked to be pepper spray. So it's pepper spray to the face of Drew McIntyre for the win after the Kross dagger. So there you go. Kross winning easily, the right choice though. Easily.
He had to
Right.
win.
I
He
seen
had to
someone
win.
on Twitter say, "I can't believe Drew McIntyre actually got pepper sprayed for this match." And just to clarify for all the little kiddos in the crowd, there's no way anybody around that ring would have been talking if he actually got pepper, especially with the amount he got sprayed. Shit, they would have aired that ring
It's
the
still
first
really
five,
me, damn it.
for 5 rows. Hell, Triple H would have been coughing backstage.
Yeah.
Pepper spray is strong.
Yes. And how much she sprayed on that dude, my God.
Was a lot too, so it
Yeah.
Damn, they would have cleared
Yeah,
out.
listen.
She would have got herself.
I said this, I said this on Phil's. I said this on Phil's live, y'all. I said, yo, the way how McIntyre and Kross were hitting each other with the straps, I was like, yo, I'm getting flashbacks of when I was a kid, bro. I was like, no cap. I was like,
I was like, Saul, Jesus.
seriously, bro. Like, listen. If you grew up in a Hispanic household, you know that. I'm letting you know, if you grew up in a Hispanic household, everybody knows that. Everybody knows. See?
No, I'm
He
just
knows.
saying, like I was saying in the back of my head, I'm like, do you need to talk with me after? Like, do we have to have like a special like one-on-one talk? Because I'm like, I feel bad now, and I'm trying to get back into the match.
No, it is.
No, it
No,
is what it
but-
is.
That's whatever they
No,
can get.
trust me, I
Happens
know
to be.
it's happened. And,
Zay
I
knows.
got-
Zay knows what I've been through. Knows what it's like. I hope
got
Russell
your
Spot
fair
knows
share.
what
Don't get
it's
me started
like.
on the color cords. Do
I-
not get me started on them damn color cords.
Dude, I don't even know what the heck that was. Bro, I've had my
Don't get me
fair
started with the
share,
chocolate
so-
either, bro. It's
That
over. Once she gets
anger,
once it
Bill.
gets the stuff out, it's over, yo.
Those like wire
Stink
hangers,
stick.
those suck too.
Oh man. What do you guys think is next for both men? Because it's kind of at limbo right now. Because
They'll probably run it back at Crown Jewel.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's usually
Yeah,
pay-per-view where they
same.
just run it back for no reason.
Cross is not ready for Roman. Obviously, he wants to build himself up to be up to where he is into that stat. So he even said it himself, like he doesn't want to get up there. He's not up there yet. So
after this feud, what do you guys think? Because I honestly have no idea.
I guess just prepare for themselves for the Rumble. I mean, I know that's
Yeah.
McIntyre's story into the Rumble is going to be like, oh, I need to get back to the main event. I can beat Roman. I had him. Cross, I have no damn idea.
I see the story probably, going until right after Survivor Series, or no. Then they got.
They
Crown.
do like to stretch stories though, so this could go on way longer than we think.
Yeah, it's either going to end around Survivor Series or whatever pay-per-view they put in December. Because by the
That would
the
usually
next,
be TLC, but we don't know.
the
not yet.
next
I don't
big
think there's a
thing
December
is
one that they're
definitely
not.
just going to be the Rumble for them. I don't see them doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, day
for the
one,
rest
day
of
one
the
too.
year.
Day one's before the Rumble as well.
as far as we are aware of, there's no December pay-per-view. It just goes from Survivor Series to Day 1, which is a long build. But
I kind of like that though. I do.
yeah,
me too.
so I mean, we'll see. What do you think, Steven?
Oh, you muted my boy.
You're muted.
Oh, my bad. I think after this feud, I think Kross will actually. I think he's gonna go on and challenge Roman Reigns.
Really? Okay.
I think that's just because I'm still thinking about when Kross first came back. Like he put a TikTok. I mean, he put the TikTok joint or whatever to Roman, basically saying that like I'm next. So
yeah,
I think after he defeats Roman, I think he's gonna have the confidence to go ahead and challenge Roman, maybe at Survivor Series or something like that.
I always saw him just as like a technical #1 contender feud for Roman.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
the
it felt
Kross
like
and
that.
Roman match is the Day 1 match though.
Yeah.
If they don't end up putting Roman in the War Games match with the Bloodline, I could see him maybe taking on Kross.
That could be something too. Yeah, I
wouldn't even
gotta
think
continue
Roman's
thinking
gonna
about
work
War
Survivor
Games.
Yeah, yo, that's a mad switch up for me because whenever I think of Survivor Series, I just think like champions versus champions in a couple matches. But now I have to think about like War Game matches, all like that. It's hella confusing.
And honestly, I'm liking the War Games better than it's just random 5-on-5s. I'm sorry. I am.
I'm gonna call it right now.
Yeah,
Crown
great.
Jewel is gonna be Roman's last match of the year.
Until
I'm
Mania.
telling you, we're not gonna see him until Day 1.
Day 1.
No, we're gonna have to see him at Survivor Series. We have to.
Nope, I'm calling it now.
Unless he faces
Survivor
himself,
Series.
he's not doing anything.
I don't think he'll be at Survivor Series.
Well, when we
He'll
get
pop
to
up on TV here and there, but we will not see that man
maybe
wrestle.
if the Bloodline's in War Games, but and I want that to happen. But
Seth
maybe.
freaking Rollins for Roman Reigns at Survivor Series.
Ooh, Roman and
Let's say
Styles would be cool.
They've
They've been running Roman and Styles on house shows.
But like
Roman's- that could be good.
Survivor Series, just like that's one of their biggest pay-per-view. I don't know how they wouldn't have like Roman on that card somehow.
Roman and Seth,
Now
but
he's on
also
the poster, so we'll see. I don't know, but
I remember this-
things can change though.
The Bloodline's either going to
Yes.
be in War Games for the men, or it could be Roman and Seth. That's it.
yeah,
I could see Roman and Seth, but it looks like Seth might take the U.S. title though. So,
that is true.
Maybe Seth doesn't hold it for long. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know though. Seth and Gunther. I mean,
That is if
It's not going to be champion and
yeah,
champion.
Oh my God,
It's not
I be
champion and
forgetting.
champion
I keep
anymore.
forgetting. I'm just so used to
Oh.
it. Bad.
I'm gonna throw this idea out there.
And I love that it's not champion and champion anymore. I love
I
it.
think the ending of the fight pit match. I know we'll get there, but I'm just gonna say this now. It felt a little iffy to me.
Yeah.
Something in my body's telling me maybe that senton put a little more damage on Seth than he would have liked, and we may see some little injury from Seth because
Interesting.
it landed pretty hard and he got up awfully fast.
Yeah.
He's not
Daniel
gonna wrestle.
Cormier, he I don't know how I don't know how I felt about him being the referee.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I don't know. Now after watching that match, I don't know why he was even there. Like that made he look like he did not know what he was doing out there. I'm gonna keep it a ball with you.
He's supposed to be there.
he looked like real excited, like he was just jumpy about things.
No, him and
He's
Brock
like
are supposed to have a. Him and Brock are supposed to have a program at Crown Jewel. I hear.
Yeah, we know.
I was expecting Brock to maybe come out after that.
That's what I said.
Something should have happened, but we all know what happened. So.
Oh yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, whatever happens with Karrion and Drew, I think it's gonna be fine for the both of them. Honestly, I think with the way that Drew McIntyre has been going at it for the last couple of months, give this man some time off. I do not mind him just stepping away for a while. I really don't.
He was wrestling with fucking food poisoning a couple weeks ago. Give him
Give
him a break.
I think Triple H
just
can give him a
Because he's been taking a lot of damage recently.
Yes, and
I can
his
see it.
back injury, bro.
October,
That
November.
back
maybe?
is legitimately.
You can see it.
So I think it's just time.
Yeah, give them. Don't even make them wrestle Crown Jewel. Give them until Survivor Series off.
Well, you know, Saudi wants to see Drew, but sadly, I think he does need some time off.
Maybe let him
Saudi
go
doesn't
till
need to see
maybe just let him go till Crown Jewel, and then after that, maybe just give him till like the Rumble or Day 1 or something.
Yeah.
Because there's not much for him to do right now, you know.
You can have him return at the Rumble. I'd be okay with that.
Not much for him to do right now. So
Not even like a return. Don't have him wrestle. Just don't have him. He can probably do like some non-physical segments and stuff.
Excuse me.
But yeah, you know, this was it was a good match for what it was. Definitely some left to be desired, but the right winner came out on top anyway, so that's all that matters. Up next, a match I thought was absolutely fantastic, but man, did they make Bianca look like just, you know, freaking. They made her look way too strong, and I love Bianca, and I don't want people to get that twisted. She's great. But Bianca legitimately taking out all of Damage Control by herself, that does not sit right with me at all.
It gave me Super Cena vibes.
Yes.
And normally, that would be a great comparison. And it is. It's John Cena.
Yeah.
But this gave me 2010, like, I'm fighting the entire fucking team by myself. Super Cena vibes. Cena wins, LOL. The Cena that beat Bray Wyatt, that's that.
I ain't gonna lie, I agree with Phil. Because I'm cute about. I'm not
Two
even
times.
feeling.
2 times.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Just because, look, I haven't been feeling this whole Bianca title reign since she became Raw Women's Champion. I felt like it's just been stale. I still think that loss to Becky at SummerSlam when she was SmackDown Women's Champion really hurt all her momentum up until now.
Holy shit, you're spitting.
Dude.
He loves this song. He loves this song. He's like, turn it up.
But Bayley should have taken the dub. I think you need to establish Damage Control as a real threat in that women's division. I think there's no other great moment or perfect timing for Bayley not to win the Raw Women's Champion at that moment. And plus, Bayley has to get her get back somehow, some way.
Now, my only hope is Rhea Ripley. That's it. That's my only hope at this point.
It could be Rhea Ripley, but I think after the whole Beth Phoenix thing, I think she's gonna start feuding with her instead.
I know,
maybe that later down the line.
We'll get a rematch. I'm gonna say this: Bayley will get a rematch. That's pretty much what's going on in the future. I guarantee you, Bayley's gonna face her again.
I don't know.
I think Triple H was. I think Triple H didn't want to have both title swaps in one night. I think that's probably one of the reasons why he didn't want to have Bayley win, because Ronda just had one, so now you're gonna have another.
I told you guys in the
title
predictions.
swap.
I told you guys in the predictions. If Ronda wins, Bianca retains. If Bayley wins, Liv retains. It was gonna be one new champion, but they just chose the one and not the other.
Yeah, I think. Fucking damn.
Yeah, I know. We'll get out of here soon.
I'm actually gonna.
You're gonna pop out.
Yeah. You guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Phil, I'll talk to you any day. It was nice talking to you. Steven, it was nice meeting you. Never met you my whole life, but go Rousey's champ. That's all it is.
Right, yeah, you go Rousey. So you
Go fuck yourself, Saul. Go home.
One more thing before I go. F Cody Rhodes, he sucks. Charlotte sucks.
You're an ass. All right, go home. Get out of here.
Crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Saying Cody Rhodes sucks is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he the guy just don't acknowledge that comment. We love you, Saul, but that's not right. Okay. Bayley and Bianca. I thought it was a great match, though. I really did. About a 16, 17-minute match. It felt like it definitely had its time.
It felt like it started real slow, but the end I liked.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Bianca looked crazy strong. I mean, I'm cool with that because I'm a Bianca fan, but yeah, I don't think she needed to win it.
It's not that I'm not a Bianca fan.
Oh no, I get it. No,
I think it was maybe one too many KODs.
That
I did like
KOD
that
on
last
both of them.
KOD, but it looked bad.
That last KOD on both Io and Dakota, I don't care what you say, that's not a KOD. Nope. If you can't do it, don't do it. Because that could have ended a lot worse.
I mean, we've seen her do it before, and it kind of looks the same, where one person comes off way before because you can't, like, flip two people at the same time like that.
Cena did.
It's easier to do it when you're just going like this. And even then,
It's kind of hard. Like
She's holding them upside down, the kind of.
and then she
on their
has
back.
to rotate both of them. In that rotation, someone's slipping off.
And
That's
she
why
didn't
one
sit
person
for a
like-
reason. If she sat down like she normally does for the KOD, someone's getting their neck broken.
Yeah.
So,
But I got someone said this on Twitter too. They noticed this on Twitter too. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That ladder match was hella sloppy.
oh
Sloppy.
yeah, it was definitely sloppy.
I don't think they need us. I don't think they gotta. I think they need to like chill off like the ladder matches because it. Like I'm not trying to sound sexist here. I'm really not.
No,
But
yeah.
it did not look like they can handle the ladders at all. It looked
That,
way too heavy. Someone was saying that on Twitter. I kind of agree.
The most brutal spot I saw in this freaking match, and I want you guys to hopefully recall this. Bayley bridged a ladder between the barricade and the steel steps, and she was running that apron into an elbow on that ladder. I legitimately thought Bayley broke her arm. I did.
Yeah, look.
I didn't
Oh
think
yeah. That bump definitely did look nasty.
I thought Bayley broke her arm.
Like, they both sold it like, oh yeah, the move landed, but that didn't look like it landed in a slight.
It looked like it hurt Bayley more than
Bianca had
Bianca.
moved, but didn't move.
I agree with you on that one, Russ, but it did look like Bayley
It was
took
like
more
it hurt
damage.
Bayley a lot more.
Yeah, they gotta chill off the ladder matches because as strong as Bianca was, she couldn't even handle the ladders that well. That entire match, it was too sloppy for me.
Was it me or was the title raised up a lot higher than normal?
Yeah, that title was awfully high tonight. But then again, all the ladders were pretty big. They didn't really have like the.
Well, yeah, no, they had ladders big enough to get there, but it just looked a lot higher than normal.
It was. I agree. It definitely was higher. But then again, like I said, the ladders were all 20 to 25 feet. They didn't have any 15-foot ladders like they normally do.
Yeah.
Facts. What Josh said, I really hope Bayley's okay. Like she didn't get injured or anything because we just got her back.
I hope so
wait,
too.
did y'all y'all obviously saw the ending, but she was kind of bleeding. After she took that KOD with the ladder, she was kind of bleeding like in her mouth here. So
Yeah,
I heard she
was
lost
bleeding a little
too.
bit before that. Yeah, but
I heard she lost
that
too.
probably didn't help.
So
Oh, yo, Phil, I was in Phil live when that happened. Y'all see when the fan threw the fan through
she
the
threw the
poster?
sign, yeah.
Yo, Bailey's a menace, bro. Someone said she went from hugging fans to just disrespecting them. I'm like,
So she picked up the sign. I thought she was gonna break it over her knee. She didn't. She just threw it to the side. I'm like, Bayley, that's easy heat right there. Go for it. She just threw it to the side. But I will say this: when Bayley was yelling at that little girl, it's like, "Oh yeah, you think I suck? Well, I'm gonna win this thing." I'm like, "Yeah, Bianca's retaining. Fuck. Okay." I'm like, well, that automatically tells me that Bianca's winning this thing because Bayley just told a little girl that she's winning. Nah, not happening. It was a good match though. For a first ever ladder match for a singles women's championship is concerned, they did well.
it was a solid match, but
It was a decent match. It's just
I don't think they got to
there
do
were
it
certain
again.
aspects that didn't work. I don't agree with Steven's statement that the ladders look too heavy for them. I don't think that was the case.
Not
at
too
all.
heavy, but like I'm still standing. It looked like they could have controlled like the last. I don't know if it was maybe too heavy or maybe they were just not getting in the right spots, but they look like they were struggling.
Going
That was
through
Bayley's
a
first
match
time
like
working
that for a
pace
long
since
time.
she's been back. You know?
Oh yeah.
So that's probably a factor.
Going through a match for that long time too I mean, your equilibrium is kind of thrown off. So if you stumble a little bit with a ladder when you're trying to pick it up, it's not. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
but it,
totally
it,
handle it on them.
but it even started like when it first started, like the match, it didn't. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I have to go back and watch the match, but it did look like they were kind of
Maybe they were
off
just
sync a
fatigued
little bit.
towards the end. Yeah.
This match was supposed to happen, I believe, at Money in the Bank last year.
Yeah,
not-
for a
not
I
a-
Quit match. Yeah, that's
Not a
right.
ladder match,
I
but it
Quit.
was an I Quit. Which would have been great. I really would have loved
Yeah,
that.
that
but
match
Bayley
would have
got
been.
injured. It's gonna take a little bit of time to probably get these two back into the same page again. Because during that part of their feud back last year,
They were playing awesome matches,
They-
bro.
they were red hot.
5-star.
they were red hot. So I mean, it was fine there.
They're gonna run
But-
it back.
That's what really
And
hurt
they- and-
Bianca's momentum. She had that Bayley feud coming off of Sasha, and it was, if Bayley didn't get injured, it would have coasted her perfectly.
Yeah.
Going past.
Did y'all get the feeling that Sasha and Naomi were gonna come out whenever?
No.
When Damage
Why-
Control came out,
Well, it's
Nia
because
and Dakota,
the reason for me is because they acknowledged that Alexa and Asuka were hurt. So I was like,
yes.
okay, that was weird.
So I thought as soon as Dakota and Io were coming out and they were acknowledging that she has no allies anymore because they got hurt, I'm like, I'm smelling a return right here somehow, some way.
I was smelling
Never
someone to
happened.
come out. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be them, but that was the one that would make sense. But I smelled somebody coming out, but I guess not.
It
Nothing
does
happened.
make sense, but I think after the Bray Wyatt finish,
Probably the one in the
return, yeah, it would have overshadowed their return. I think, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Yeah, because full transparency, Sasha is a bigger star than Bray by a long shot. By a long shot. Nobody.
That's not ridiculous.
Sasha would have walked out, huh?
That's not
not
ridiculous to
ridiculous,
say.
but-
That's not ridiculous at all. Actually, I kind of agree with you on that one.
Like
But I
I'm
wouldn't say
I'm
by a long
semi.
shot,
It would have hurt.
though.
It would have
I'm
hurt Sasha's
semi on
return.
that.
It would have hurt Sasha and Naomi's return because Bray's face on TV would have been the last thing people see. So people are gonna talk
Yes.
about that no matter what.
But that's
I'm
why
semi
I'll
on that
even-
take, but I'm not too totally mad at it.
I even say this. I'll even say I think people will be way more excited for Bray to come back than Sasha, just because Bray been gone for a little bit longer than Sasha.
I'd have
Because
to
people
disagree with
like
that
people.
because
You gotta remember, bro. People been booking the Fiend the day he got released. Every pay-per-view episode, every episode, someone was booking the Fiend to somehow come into a show.
Every company, every pay-per-view, every
Yeah.
scenario that there could have been. The Fiend,
They were
Bray
booking-
Wyatt, boom.
That
Yes,
and then
but
the
you
White
got-
Rabbit was the as
Sasha,
big as.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Russell.
Go ahead, you good.
Sasha is a higher commodity than Bray.
At
Again,
this
this
moment,
I would hope overall.
Oh.
I would hope that this is a cold take, but Sasha is a far bigger star. She has more name recognition. Her face would have completely overshadowed Bray's return in the long run. Yes, Bray being the last thing you've seen with the pay-per-view would have
I don't
Stuck
know,
with people.
especially
I
with this
don't-
character.
yeah, and the
I
whole
don't know.
QO
And
card,
And again,
like
it's
the way
hard
they
to
were
even say that
building
'cause
it
we
up.
Saw the Bray thing, so it's kind of
Right.
Like I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Zay, but I just think the way they was building up Bray coming back and how excited people were compared to like Sasha and Naomi, I think at
My
that
thing
moment
with it
people
is,
would have
yes,
been more excited.
Bray would have the higher immediate hype, but you're not going to end every single show on Bray. Who is more likely to get the main event coming out of this main event? If they return tonight, who is most likely? If they both return tonight, who is most likely to get the main event tomorrow night?
I would say Bray.
No,
If Bray's wrestling, oh yeah, I would say Bray. I think the hype for Bray is
we're
too
saying
much-
the possibility of them wrestling on Monday are both high. Like, yes, okay, they're both going to get booked on Monday. Let's say that. Who's getting the main event? Sasha
Right.
is getting the main event because she is the bigger name.
Yeah, but
Sasha is the person
I don't
you
know.
put in main events, has proven herself in main events. She is the one who would have got the main event. Would
I don't-
Bray have gotten the most showcasing segment? Absolutely. Bray's always going to get the most showcasing segments because he has one of the most creative minds. However, booking-wise and how the fans are going to view it is Sasha.
I'm thinking story, bro. I would really have to see the story for both of them.
Money side, Sasha is
Yeah, shot.
bigger, I would say, because what she's doing outside of WWE.
Yes.
But I think in the wrestling aspect, people, the fans would be more for.
Yeah. I think wrestling fans, just wrestling fans, not outside, would probably go with Bray.
Right.
In terms of more.
Do y'all
Or
think
high-
they're coming back though? Because it looks like they're. Y'all think they're even coming back? Because it looks like they're just getting their bag regardless.
No, I don't think
I don't think they're coming back for a while.
I don't think so.
For
not
a
right now.
while. I mean, this might sound weird, but I don't even think they come back. I don't think they come back until like for a year. Just because what they're doing right now is like they're probably getting paid 10 times what they were getting paid in WWE, and they're not putting their body on the line every week. So
Mercedes is very happy doing what she's doing right now.
yeah,
And if she
No,
wants
I
to
feel
get the
like-
bag somewhere else, I'll let her get the bag somewhere else.
They both can make
and
more
she's
money
in Disney too. So I mean,
anywhere
Oh,
outside of WWE. WWE would be their smallest check, no matter where they go. Unless they decided they wanted to go to some random fucking local indie fed. No matter where they go, WWE is going to be their smallest check.
You can
like
add
right
as many
now
zeros
or
as
long term.
you can add as many zeros as you want, but to people outside of WWE, they are going to want those people like Mercedes and Trinity, I think her name is, and they're just going to have an open checkbook and say, all right, what the fuck do you guys want? Because we want you.
And I'm telling you right now, if WWE called up Sasha and said, we want you to show up on Raw, but then Disney or Marvel Studios calls her up and says, hey, we want you to make a cameo right here. Nobody is outbidding Kevin Feige on this planet. You will be Warren Buffett, and you're not going to outbid Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying there. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it above you. I think she's kind of. My gut is telling me that she's just done with wrestling. I think you gotta understand, bro. Like, look, WWE. I don't even know how much her contract is, but I did look it up. I think it was like 500,000. Disney's probably gonna give her 10 times more than that.
Sasha,
And it's not like she's like the main character. She's only in probably in a couple scenes.
I do
At
think
the
down the
most.
line she'll eventually like have matches here and there.
As a part timer,
She's
I
gonna
would
know.
say as a
Yeah, she's gonna know
part-timer.
her worth though. She's gonna know her worth.
Yeah, I
She's
think
a
as
businesswoman
part-timer.
at the end of the day,
Mhm.
so she's just going to get the money wherever the money is.
I think
So-
she'll probably be a part timer
if
for
if
now.
she comes
If she
back
wants
to
be
wrestling, it will not be in WWE because she will freelance around the world. I'm telling you, I think it was who said it earlier that Sasha was more likely to show up in AEW than she is WWE at this point.
That was, I believe that was a couple.
Johnny?
Yeah,
No, it wasn't Johnny.
Oh,
Was
TJ.
it-
TJ.
It was TJ.
yeah.
TJ or Tommy.
One of
Yeah.
but that's a very factual statement. We are gonna see. I feel when it comes to a wrestling aspect, we'll see Sasha in AEW before we see her back in WWE. We'll
Yes.
see Sasha in Stardom before we see her back in WWE.
Sasha was basically
wouldn't say
in
that.
AEW before they, before just kind of contractual obligations just went awry.
I
So
wouldn't say that only because I don't think the bag will be smaller at AEW.
oh, well, yeah. I don't know.
They
about
were
that.
paying Sasha $500K a year.
I don't
Yeah.
think Tony would match that.
Tony
really
would
don't.
definitely match that.
Tony would.
Tony
surpass
would have
that.
to go bank like
Tony
think
would not
Sasha
go
knows her
bankrupt
worth.
with that, bro. Oh my
bro.
god.
Sasha
no,
would at
she
least
wouldn't.
want $2 million.
Bro. Tony
And-
would
and
offer
he'd
her the
happily do
amount of
that.
money he had Cody Rhodes signed to, and Cody was making damn near $5 million a year. And for a pay per appearance, yeah, she'd make Cody per appearance.
$1 million is nothing to
don't
Tony
know.
Khan. $1 million
Yeah.
is nothing to Tony.
Most of his people are signed on to $1 million.
Yes. $1 million
I
is
don't know.
nothing to Tony Khan. Now, would he sign Trinity? I don't know. I really don't. Honestly, I really don't think so.
If Naomi's coming back to wrestling, it will be WWE. She's gonna go
Yes.
back to where she can travel with her husband, be with him full time. Doesn't have to worry about splitting the schedule like that.
Yes.
She's not going to do what Buddy and all them do. She's gonna work with her husband. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just too, especially with WWE schedule.
That's
But,
another reason I don't think Sasha's coming back. She's not going to do WWE schedule again.
No.
She doesn't seem she has too many options.
As a full timer, yeah, but I think as a part timer, she probably could. She'll probably come
AEW,
for like a
wrestle
sub.
one night a year. You wrestle one night a week. The rest of it, you're off.
And if she was to do like a Sting deal with AEW, because Sting's part time.
He's basically there every week, but he doesn't wrestle like every single
No,
show.
Sting's on a part time deal, but he can show up every week. Similar to Edge. Edge can show up as many times on Raw, SmackDown, non wrestling capacity as he wants. He only has 5 matches a year though.
It's a match type contract, so you only have a certain number of dates where they say,
You gotta
all
put
right,
the
you're
gear
wrestling.
on, yeah.
So
He'd probably tell Sasha, I only want you to say we only need you to wrestle like 10 times a year. Once at all 4 pay-per-views, a couple dynamites maybe.
Boom.
You'd only see her at big shows.
either way, I'll let Sasha get her bag wherever she wants to, because she's honestly deserved it at that point. She's worked her ass off to get to where she is. So
I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah. But going back into everything, Bayley, she hit a rose plant onto Bianca. Bayley then climbs the ladder with Bianca under it. She practically trapped her in there. And once that happened, I'm like, all right, so she's going to lift up the ladder and, going to send her falling back. And that's exactly what happened. Bianca then pushes the ladder over. Bianca then whips Bayley with her braid. So she used it finally again on the main roster. Hasn't happened a lot, but she did finally do it this time around. And then Bianca hits a KOD on Bayley on a ladder. Now, at that point, Bayley was holding a ladder. So she was holding the ladder on top of her body, does the KOD, lands on it. Looked brutal, and it looks like a good spot, but Bayley definitely got hurt.
Yeah, 100%.
She might have busted her lip or something.
She lost a tooth, and we know that. So,
I mean, she's still gonna look fine regardless, but
yeah. Bayley, easily she's gonna look fine. Bayley's easily gonna look fine. Bianca then grabs the championship to retain. About a 16-17 minute match. Retaining, one champion was going to retain in the women. That's it. I just feel like it should have been Bayley. I really do.
Yeah, it should have been. I think that's just the right call. I think when she eventually does win the title, it's just not going to be. I don't think she's going to get as big of a pop, or just won't feel the same compared to if she would have won tonight.
And I'm looking towards Survivor Series and now War Games. You want all of Damage Control to hold championships. To me, you would.
Yeah, I think it would be way smarter for them to all walk in as champion. I think that would establish them way more than just not Bayley. Just Bayley being the only person not holding gold.
Crazy idea. Maybe they're trying to do their first women's title change in Saudi, so they held out.
I mean, but it's in Saudi though. Like, will they really care?
They've been. That's a big social point to make. Same thing they did with having the first women's match in Saudi. It's a big statement piece on like, oh look, yeah, we're working with Saudi Arabia, but we're bringing women's showcasing to it. Like, yeah, you are.
Wasn't that Natty and Lacey?
Yeah, that was the first women's match in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it'll be as big as a pop as it would be in Extreme Rules. I don't know. I think Triple H fucked up on that one right there.
No, it's definitely not gonna be as big as a pop.
Wait, Russell Spot, I think you muted real quick.
Oh, my bad. It's not supposed to be a pop. She's a heel.
Well, not a pop, but like, some fans are just going to cheer regardless. But like, I think it would have gave her way bigger momentum as like going forward Because I think eventually Bayley will. I think she will walk in WrestleMania as champion eventually at one point of this year, or unless they want to run Bayley versus Sasha at Mania. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Real
think Triple
quick,
H messed up on that one.
Phil, I got to get up hella early, so I got to dip out of here. But I appreciate you
Gotcha.
letting me on, man. Y'all,
No
y'all,
problem.
y'all have a good night, man.
You too, man. Be safe.
All right. We only got to 2 matches, guys, and then we'll get the hell out of here because I know it's late. But this I Quit match, one, I felt like it was way too long because this match was almost a half hour.
I don't know if I don't mind it being too long, though. I think 'cause the way the storytelling was going on, I think
I didn't mind it being a half hour. I just didn't think it was going to get enough time. I didn't think it was going to get this amount of time. I really didn't.
I didn't think so. I thought it was gonna be way short, maybe like 15 at the most. But
I say 20, but not a half hour.
I kind of knew it was going to be long. It's an Edge match. Edge normally does his 20 to 30-minute matches. I don't mind it being long. I thought it maybe for an I Quit match, it was moderate to perhaps a little shorter.
Really?
And
jeez,
it was the match of the night. Like, no comparison. It was match of the night. Him and Finn had a great match. The storytelling was on point. You brought in everything you needed to bring in.
I love the ending.
No fault with this match.
I love the ending. That ending was flawless.
Perfect ending, actually.
I have nothing bad to say about this match.
Me either. I think it was perfect. I think it went exactly how it should have went.
Yeah. It might have been a little too long.
I did like Dom though. I did like Dom attacking Ray.
Dom, yes, that was fantastic.
That was Ray. I was like, oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though, Ray gotta beat his ass or something. Like you're not gonna keep letting your son just put his hands on him like that.
The MVP of this match, it wasn't Edge, it wasn't Finn, it wasn't even Damian, Rhea, or Dominic. Hell, even Rhea. The MVP of this match, and I know I named every single wrestler that was involved in that match. Crazy. Is Michael Cole. Michael Cole killed it on commentary. Holy shit, that guy is fantastic.
Well, I can't even listen to Michael Cole's old commentary when Vince was yelling in his ear anymore. It don't make sense to me.
What?
Michael Cole was great.
6 sons of bitches. Ugh, Cole.
I love it, bro. Michael Cole was so good. He's like, Dominic just beat the hell out of his own father. What the hell are you doing, kid?
Oh, Michael Cole be going crazy.
I love Michael Cole, bro. Though he's just he's that good now. Like he's always been good. I shouldn't say he's now. I shouldn't say now. He's
I've
always
always
been
loved
good.
his commentary.
People
Him
just
and Corey
don't
Graves.
appreciate him. They don't appreciate him.
Right, but now I feel like now that he can let loose, a lot of people are going to appreciate him more because they're seeing his vision of how it's done.
And I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for Pat McAfee, we wouldn't be seeing this side of Michael Cole. I'm sorry.
Pat McAfee brought Michael Cole alive. Like at Mania, you could feel it. I remember I made a tweet. This isn't Michael Cole. Oh, I'm just calling another Mac. This is I'm proud of my best friend Michael Cole. I'm excited to see this Michael Cole.
Yes. Pat McAfee brought Michael Cole out of his shell, honestly. And it might be this whole new regime, but hell, even when Vince was still running the company, Pat was on commentary and they were still doing great stuff. So, but then again, I think Vince.
Him and Triple H did SmackDown when the Thunderdome, not the Thunderdome, the pandemic first hit.
Yeah.
That was great, Michael Cole. I'm talking, these calls we are hearing now from Michael Cole are going to be in compilations in the future, the same way we do JR right now.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Pat. I said Pat. Michael Cole been going crazy. I kind of wish we had this version of him a while ago.
Yeah. I mean, it might be this new era that we're kind of in right now, but I love the 2-man booth. Corey and Michael are going to be perfectly, okay with each other for the rest of the time that we have these premium live events, pay-per-views, whatever you want to call them, they're a great team. And I don't care what anybody says. Corey Graves is that damn good too. I don't care.
I
like
love
Corey.
Corey Graves on the mic. I'm on commentary. I don't know why people hate him.
I like
Graves
Corey.
is like the third best commentator in WWE. It's Cole, McAfee, Graves.
I can agree with that. I can.
Oh, that's not. For me personally, for my liking, it would go Graves, Pat, then McAfee. I mean, no. Pat. No, it would be Corey, McAfee, then Michael Cole.
Okay.
I like Corey Graves. I don't know why. I don't understand the hate with this dude.
Me neither. I really don't.
Oh, him and Brian Saxton, bro. I'm gonna miss that duo on Raw, bro. Oh
Byron Saxton, yeah.
Brian, yeah. Damn.
And he's the lovable babyface. That's just, he just doesn't care. But like, listen, I'm fine with Byron Saxton being the backstage guy. I really am.
I don't want Byron Saxton on commentary anymore. I hated his commentary.
Bro, not Zay hate on the black man, bro. Why, bro?
You have done, bro. I've known you about 2 months now, and all I've seen you do is hate on black people. Don't get me started.
I just say, bro, Brian Saxton was the way him and Corey Graves just always go back and forth. It just brings something different to Raw. They carry Raw from you on the mic. I mean, on commentary. But what they need to bring back is JBL, Booker, something like that.
No. Oh Booker, you can watch him on NXT. I'm not, but you can. But this match right here, 29 minutes and 53 seconds, basically a half hour. This match went everywhere. In the ring, in the crowd, in legitimately like the hallway of like, where you're going to take your seats. Just went everywhere. And there was a spot in this match where they were on the stairway. Finn sends Edge right into the railing. Balls first. I'm like, that guy's not having any more kids.
That shit looked like it hurt. And then Michael Cole wants to remind me of Raven and ECW, bro. That's fucked up.
Right? Oh my god. So I kind of want to just get into everything after the handcuffing part. Because once he got handcuffs, Balor then beats Edge down with a kendo stick. Rey Mysterio then comes in to try to make the save. Rey hits a springboard crossbody onto Balor, followed by a 619 onto Priest. Dominic just comes out of freaking nowhere, clocks his father off the apron.
And then just goes in. Like, what Dominic know about those stomps on the head, Daniel Bryan style?
Right? No, it's like, holy shit, this guy just like legitimately clocked his own father, and obviously Cole said that as well. So Dominic then sends Rey into the ring post. Balor then continues to beat down on Edge with the kendo stick. Beth then beats Balor and Priest down with another kendo stick, and Beth and Rhea then exchange a series of punches. Beth then hits a spear onto Rhea. Looked great. I thought that looked great. What's that?
I said it looked phenomenal.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I thought that spear looked great on Rhea Ripley. Beth then uncuffs Edge. She was gonna uncuff the handcuff that was on the rope, but then Edge redirected her and said, "No, get my hand, get my hand." And then she obviously unlocks the hand. Dominic then offers to shake the hand of Edge. He's like, listen, bro, I made a mistake. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Edge shakes it, but then pulls him in and kicks him right where the sun don't shine. Freaking hard, bro. Jesus Christ.
Like he really wanted to kick that man in the dick. For real. Like,
I mean, shades of freaking Clash, but damn, you didn't need to go that freaking hard, bro.
yeah,
I mean,
Dominic didn't go that hard on you, bro. You
I'm-
made sure there was no more Mysterios.
I mean, well, here's the thing. Dominic and Rhea have to celebrate at the end of the night. You need to figure that out, bro. Like,
Yeah, you ain't.
Dominic.
Personally, I don't think Dominic know what the fuck he doing with that. Anyway, something right over here so I can show him a trick or two. But also, you can't do nothing if your fucking dick is inside your body.
Right. Right.
Your entire reproductive organs is in your stomach.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing with no Rhea.
I mean, Dominic and Rhea, they were supposed to celebrate, but apparently not now.
All you're gonna do is sucking on her titty tonight. That.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway.
That was fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
Jesus. All right. I think he needs Jesus more than anything, but I mean, who knows?
Anything, bro.
So Edge kicks him right where the sun doesn't shine. Edge then hits 3 spears on Balor, and at that point, I forgot that it was like an I Quit match. At that point, I'm like, all right, well, that's done. He's gonna pin him 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Obviously, then I figured out, oh shit, it's an I Quit match. So not yet.
When he landed that third spear, it hit me. I was like, this is an I Quit match. What is he doing?
And I was kind of surprised that Chad Patton, he didn't even go to, Finn to say, do you quit? He did.
Like, he just looked at him like, damn.
Shit. I'm sorry. So yeah, there was that. After the 3 spears, Rhea Ripley then takes out Beth in the back of the head with brass knuckles. She knocked her the fuck out. Or at least it was pretty bad. And she was emotionless that entire time too.
Oh yeah, like if Beth was selling, beautiful selling, my god. But Rhea clocked her shit, like sent her head for a loop. Beth was laying on that floor remembering when she gave birth to her dude's 2 daughters. That's all she knew. That's the last thing she remembers. Her whole wrestling, her whole retirement went out the window. She still thinks it's the 2010 Royal Rumble and she's supposed to be kissing Great Khali right now. Like.
So Priest, then after all of this, Edge was just in complete distraught once Rhea did everything here. And Priest hit a South of Heaven chokeslam onto Edge. I have to say this because I don't think this move gets a lot of credit as much as it should. The South of Heaven chokeslam, beautiful. I love it.
Looks super impactful. And it's enough of a variation of a chokeslam where it's not what we're seeing every time someone goes for a chokeslam.
Yeah. You don't got Wi-Fi for 12 to 48 hours. That's tough. That's tough.
How, what?
I don't know how that happens, but that's tough.
No, I don't got Wi-Fi for 12 to 48 hours, bro. Damn.
That's either half a day or 2 full days. That is, wow.
That's not even crazy. Imagine your Wi-Fi come back on 2 days from now and it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Balor then hits 3 coup de grace on Edge. I'm not going to be surprised if there's any bruised ribs in there. Not even maybe bruised, maybe cracked.
Sean Ross said that Finn Balor hit Edge with 3 pant shitters. And I laughed for like 5 whole minutes at that. The entire time they had that Charlotte Flair package going, I am sitting here dying over the thought that he called them pant shitters.
People would probably poop their pants during that type of move.
3 of them? Yeah, something got to go. There's not enough room for
it's definitely
that much.
happened before. I mean, CM Punk shit himself in a match. So then again, that was the doctor because the doctor sent him some medication that was not the right thing for his illness.
Gave him that
And then
beef pack, and that shit had him going, literally.
and now I was in a match with Ryback nonetheless too. So fucking Ryback.
Hey.
People were legitimately in my chat all day saying Ryback was the white rabbit. I'm like, dude, shut up with the white rabbit shit. I'm legitimately gonna like ban the word Ryback from my chats.
Verizon said there was an outage in my area. Damn. Sucks for you.
That sucks. Verizon sucks. Anyway, I mean, I have Verizon, so I know. But yeah, that's terrible. So after 3 coup de grace to Edge, Rhea then threatens to do a concerto to Beth. Edge says that he quits. Perfect ending. I love the concerto, mainly because, I mean, I would have loved a coup de grace, like I was saying in the prediction, but a concerto works a lot more because that's Edge's signature
Yeah.
thing. So, I loved it.
He's too familiar with the damage he does.
Yeah.
Also, I like how most I Quit matches, they end when the person's like, I quit. So hyper exaggerated, trying to, quickly get the point across. Edge was very much like, I quit. Just please don't.
Legitimately knowing that he's defeated.
Yeah, just nothing I can do. Just don't, man.
And she does it anyway. Fucking perfect. And I was in my live. I'm like, do it anyway. Boom. Yes.
I knew it was coming, so I'm sitting there. I was like, she ain't dropped that chair. I was like, yeah, Edge. I was like, Beth Phoenix ready to get hurt, cranium crack.
And Steven, you're not wrong. He really did sound sad. Like he's just like
he didn't want to lose. I like how he did it. He painted across like, I don't want to lose, but I'm not gonna sit here and let you injure my wife over.
I got kids to worry about, and their mother. Yeah. Their mother means so much. So I quit. Like, just legitimately eating defeat.
I quit.
Eating defeat. I loved it. 29 minutes, 53 seconds. Finn Balor wins. Great stuff.
Match of the
and
night.
it's great. And it's good here too because they said that they were gonna push Finn heavy. So I'm glad they actually put that
Finn can do 30 minutes like it's nothing. It's amazing.
They put that to use, man. If they're gonna push Finn heavy, you put it to use. Do it. Now, I don't know where you go with him from here. I really don't, because you can't do Roman.
I do. I know exactly where you go from here. You go straight until firstly finishing the Edge story, because I feel like firstly, if they wouldn't have hit Beth, the story's over.
Yeah.
But they did. So now you gotta do Rhea versus Beth.
Yep.
And I believe that story most likely ends with Rhea, Dominic, Edge, Beth. I feel like that's the ending. That's the final nail in the coffin for that feud.
Not Finn with Rhea?
Dominic. It has to be Dominic. Dominic's the one that's paired with Rhea.
True. Okay.
But after this, it's AJ Styles, 100%.
Okay.
We need that big rematch from 2017 where they stole the show at TLC. We need the rematch. We need them to do it again. Now's the time.
Could there be a stipulation possibly if AJ loses, he has to join?
I could see it, yeah. But I also, at the same time, I see AJ losing and just joining anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? After AJ, though, if it does just turn out to be AJ joining, I think you're done. I think you really can't add any more because who else are you really gonna add?
Yeah, you can't add any more people to the faction. I'd be like 5 people is the max number for a faction. Something AEW has a problem with, realizing that 5
Very
people
true.
is the max number for a faction.
Very true.
At the very most, 7. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna have 7 people, one of them needs to be a woman. At least one of them needs to be a woman. It doesn't make sense to have
Right.
that many people.
Plus, if you, I mean, you have the women's tag titles. Get somebody for Rhea to team with.
Yeah, but I feel like 5's the limit.
That's it.
Because then you have a world champion, you have tag champions, you have a mid card champion, you have a women's champion.
They need to add more women. That's what I think we're saying. I mean, if anything, you add a woman to have something paired up with Rhea to go after those tag titles. If anything,
in my personal opinion, most wrestling factions should have at least one woman in them. It doesn't make sense to have a faction that's going to dominate the roster, but you're not covering the other division.
right? I mean, if you have a stable that has a main solo guy that can go after the world, or or mainly the world, like a main solo that just goes for a world championship type caliber guy. A second single superstar that can be in that mid card, like a Damian. Damian can be in the world championship picture. I think he definitely can.
That's the beauty of a faction. It needs to be 2 guys you could interchange as your singles guys, world title, mid card title, a tag team, and a women's.
Yes,
champion.
the tag team would be next. So that's technically 4 men in that, and then the 1 woman. And you're covering all divisions at that point. Because
you literally could run the roster. It makes perfect sense if that's your whole motivation behind it.
And if you had all those guys having championships, who's going to be the people that are just going to culminate together and collide just to take down the evil Judgment Day?
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be that would be really cool. And I think, and knowing Triple H, he would be able to make that happen and make it work to a freaking T.
I think we're gonna see Finn Balor with the U.S. title soon. I think he's gonna win that back probably after Seth has a nice little 2-3 month run with it.
I'd like to see Finn take it off of Seth, if anything.
Yeah. Plus, Finn and Seth is a guaranteed banger.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna take it off Seth, and then when they finally separate those world titles, we're gonna see Finn really start getting pushed up towards that world title scene more and more.
And Priest could easily be in that world championship picture, Steven. I'm not like that's not even up for debate. Like that's a definite he could be. I think you just gotta bide your time. We don't really need to rush into things. Let him get more experience, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Now the fight pit match. The fight pit match is great. I think the ending, like you said earlier, was a little bit to be desired. I did not expect that tap out at all. And I honestly didn't even see the tap out until they actually showed the replay again. But they went through everything here. They were on the platform. There was an RKO on that platform, and I thought Riddle, and I thought Rollins rather was just gonna roll off. I'm glad he didn't, because if he rolled off,
I feel like he started to just roll over, and then remembered, wait, I'm like a good 10 feet in the air.
I'm a good 15 feet in the air. I gotta do something.
Yeah, because you see him roll halfway, and then go, wait a fucking second, and then start sliding down.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm a good 15 feet up in the air. I gotta save myself before I legitimately die. So he puts himself in better way for that.
Yeah, I agree. Every spot they needed to do in this match, except for the one I personally think should have been the finish, happened. They had the big high spot.
Yep.
They had Seth dominating for a while. The referee getting involved slightly to assert his dominance as the special guest, and they had the right person win. I still think it should have been a knockout victory
Yes.
because, like, come on, who didn't want to see Seth Rollins get his chin checked tonight? But at the same time, it worked as a submission.
Yeah. They treated it as like technically a last man standing inside a cage. I don't know if it was exactly that in the last one, where it was a 10 count.
It was the
It's been a
10
while
count
since
to
I
get
saw
up.
that first one.
It was a 10 count to get up after a knockout, or yeah, if there was a chance you were knocked out, you got a 10 count.
It's been a while since I saw that first one with Riddle and Thatcher, so I didn't know if it was like a 10 count to basically count it as a knockout. But either way, I thought it was a very well put together matchup. Riddle and Rollins no matter if they like each other, no matter if they dislike each other, and we know they dislike each other, they put on a really good match to end that show, and they used that cage to perfection. They did some pretty creative spots with that cage.
Yeah, they didn't miss anything they were supposed to do. Like,
yeah,
every spot you think would need to happen in a match like this happened. Every idea you thought they would have had was realized. There was nothing to be desired in this match except for the finish.
Yeah.
Which again, I still think might be because of a probable injury.
Yeah, and we'll go over that spot. That was the possible injury that Zay is talking about right now. So Rollins, he hit a nasty curb stomp onto Riddle. Riddle then he chokes Rollins against they were fighting at this point. They were going up to the top of the platform, and at one point Riddle was choking Rollins with the steel like chain linked cable that was holding the structure above the ring. So they're on top of the fight pit. Rollins then he power bombs Riddle into the cage that's on top of the platform. Rollins then hits a pedigree onto Riddle on top of the fight pit platform. Riddle then hits an RKO from that platform as well, causing Rollins to crash down to the mat below. Again, not totally, he saved himself, but if he didn't save himself, it definitely would have caused an injury there. So he crashed to the mat below. Riddle then hit a senton. They were calling it what the heck?
Yeah, Cole called it a floating bro at first.
Yes. They were calling it a floating bro, but it's a corkscrew senton for the floating bro. This one was just a normal senton. I would have just called it a broton, and they figured out that it was a broton. But then they're like, oh, whatever you want to call it, they said.
If we're being real, the floating bro is just a whisper in the wind.
Yeah. He just doesn't run up the ropes into it. He just stands on top and does it. So, so he does this senton. Looked freaking brutal, bro. It looked beautiful, but you definitely cracked ribs on that spot. There's definitely some injuries there.
It seemed like Riddle didn't land fully on Seth, but it seemed like he landed just enough on that one side with the way Seth hopped up.
Yeah.
That he might have maybe bruised them up, cracked them. Definitely knocked all the fucking wind out of both of them. You could tell.
Right.
Well, it just felt like, and I know Seth got up. He did the whole power bombs against the cage thing to try to get him off thing.
Yep.
But it did feel like right after that, it took a bit of an extended time to be like, oh, that was not the greatest spot idea. Let's just get to the finish.
Yeah. So speaking of the finish, Rollins then at one point he was gonna get he was going to try to do a maneuver to Riddle, but Riddle caught him in a triangle, or what we thought, because then Rollins does power bombs into two sides of the steel cage. But considering Riddle's background in that type of an environment, we saw Riddle still in that triangle, and he chokes out Rollins to secure a submission victory. And you did see an official tap out. He did legit tap out and everything like that. And Daniel, he was right there. He called it. And the match was over. It was a good match from top to bottom. I didn't see a submission victory at all, but regardless, it happened. How'd you feel about Daniel Cormier throughout the entire match? Because I do feel he was a little bit spotty at times, but that might have just been some nerves.
I feel like, yeah, he was definitely a little nervous at the start. But I like the way he conducted, like, the entire match. Like, his 10 counts were legitimate 10 counts.
Yep.
He wasn't like, like most pro wrestling counts. They're like, 1, 2. Like, he was actually counting. It made sense. It felt like a real fight. Especially at the end where he broke the submission before he called for the bell.
Right.
Which is normally what happens in MMA.
Yes. Yeah, he was basically refereeing this like an MMA fight.
Yeah, he carried it that way, and I feel like in that factor, it was perfect.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was a little nervous at first, especially with you could those spots at the beginning where it's very clear he's supposed to be barking a bit at them, trying to assert his dominance, and he's like, you're here to fight him, not me, man. Like
Riddle was he was saying to Riddle, it's like, listen, I'm the law here, so like you better listen up here. So like he legitimately threw Riddle into the cage at one point when he was just not listening to him. So I was like, oh shit, all right,
yeah, I felt like
let's do
that
this.
was good. But he went over there and just started like talking to him like he was a 5-year-old, and I was like, I would have preferred to win. I'm like, hey, I'm not fighting. Like, you got to put that bass in your voice.
Yeah. And then he did the same thing for Rollins, so it was even there, so it wasn't just one-sided. And he did his job. He did it well. This was way better than obviously Jeff Jarrett, easily, without further, without a shadow of a doubt. But I mean, did it have to happen? Did he need to be there? No, but it was still a great spot for him to be in, and it definitely fit the outcome of the whole thing. So, so him being there is cool.
It all worked.
Now, I mean, people left due to circumstances, and you know what? That is okay, but that just means you and I get to talk about that ending, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was so good. So we see Rollins exiting the cage and everything like that just hurt, and then let's just go out. Michael Cole at this point in the show was asking if we were still on the air. And luckily we were. Thank God we were, because man, this was just phenomenally well done.
Yes, it was. Everything about it was super well done. I like how, firstly, you make it seem like it's the end of the pay-per-view. They were signing off.
They had like the watermarks and everything. I was like, oh man, dude, come on.
Cole asking like, are we still on the air? Corey going like, you can almost hear Corey take off his headset and then put it back on. And then you have just like the whole, he's got the whole world start playing.
Yep.
Straight goosebumps off rip.
Dude.
Because you could hear it wasn't the same soundtrack you heard back in 2014.
Yeah.
In a way, without directly showing it, and you can only tell with hindsight, he's singing that from inside the arena.
Yes.
Into a microphone.
Yes. Just like New Day does the whole thing of like,
yes.
Oh,
you can hear that it's coming from backstage.
Yes.
You can't hear it exactly in the moment over the fans screaming, but towards the end of it, like before he starts showing off the characters, you can start hearing the fact that he's holding a mic because the air is moving around. You can hear the
breath. Yes, you can hear the breath.
And that helps the atmosphere, and the characters start popping up. Let me just say, these characters looked fucking amazing.
They looked great, bro. Every single piece of the Firefly Funhouse characters Huskus the Pig, Mercy the Buzzard, Abby the Witch. I don't know what the hell Abby the Witch was looking like, but man, she was looking freaking demonic.
I love how,
Everybody.
because Huskus the Pig is a imagination factor for Husky Harris.
Right.
Mercy the Buzzard's the Axel Rotten thing he did in NXT.
Yep.
Then Sister Abigail was always supposed to be a real person.
Yes. Yes.
So I like how Sister Abigail is the only one not in a costume. Sister Abigail is an actual person.
Whoever plays it, that I think it's gonna be Alexa.
Right.
But whoever
I like
plays it,
how the veil's thick enough you can't see their face, but you can
Right.
tell it's a physical human.
Yeah.
And then let me just say, all of them look creepy. You very quickly get the idea, like, okay, these characters came to life, and then they go to the Five Funhouse.
they showed the Fiend character though. They showed the
yeah.
Fiend character, and I was
Yes. Not
that's
to mention,
interesting.
They had the Fiend in the crowd, which, not gonna lie, those dreadlocks looked fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like, whoever they had do the fake dreads, like, they sell fake dreads at the store. Like,
You could
corner
have met with
stores.
Bray at something. You could have done something with that, but
Not even, like, all in full transparency, all you had to do was go backstage, walk up to any of your black female talent and been like, so where can I get dreadlocks at? And they would have been like, I got you. Came in the next day with good quality fake dreadlocks. But that's not the here nor there.
it was very interesting though that they showed the Fiend, and I was
Right.
like, whoa! I was like, wait, you're just doing it that way? And then I'm like, nah, wait a second, we're not doing it just that way.
No, another beautiful touch. The crispy Fiend on top of the head
Dude,
of the crispy Fiend on the announcement table.
I was like, wait a second, is that the Fiend head? But then I saw it like a little burnt, and I was like, oh shit, wait a second, that's from when he got burnt alive.
That's
And I
crispy.
was like, that's genius, bro. Holy.
I love how Cole sold that too. Like, Cole damn near jumped into
they
the
like
crowd.
jumped back. I loved it, bro. Like, it was so good. So the whole, like, he's got the whole world in his hands. Was playing. We see all the members of the Firefly Funhouse in the crowd, looking just absolutely. They looked creepy as all hell, and I was like, "This is just, oh my god." The Fiend's mask then appears on the announce desk, but obviously that was the burnt one from his not buried alive, but his Inferno type matchup. We then see Bray Wyatt reemerge through a doorway. That doorway, holy shit! Like, from
that
the
door was
underworld.
amazing. Yes. Another factor I liked was you had they show all the characters, right? You see the Fiend and then they pan to the door. They go through the door. I love how that's the first time we've seen the entrance to the Firefly Funhouse.
Yes.
I love what they did with the Firefly Funhouse, covered in cobwebs. All the characters are lifeless or soulless. And then you don't see Bray. The theme's playing. It sounds extremely creepy because it's a fucking children theme song, and it's just now at this point all distorted and bleh.
Yeah.
And then when you just seen that lantern through the door, I was like, oh yeah, it's raps. It's raps. This looks amazing.
That new mask, perfect. I love the look of that mask. You can say it's creepier than the Fiend mask. You can say it's not. I really don't care. It's the same person that made the Fiend mask, so I'm glad that it's still the same person that did it. It just looked like this new version of Wyatt, which is coming out from the underworld.
The amalgamation.
Yeah. this might be, a blessing in disguise that he got fired and then came back with this whole new idea. Because I don't know if this was the plan from the jump, but
I don't think
if
so.
this
No.
wasn't, like, this could have been a huge blessing in disguise, because this man is obviously a huge creative mind,
Right.
one of the biggest creative minds in all professional wrestling. This man was sitting at home for months thinking of things to do, because we all knew he wanted to come back to WWE. He felt so bad that he was like, you know what, fine. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to get myself in the best shape that I possibly can, come back, and make you regret firing me. And that's exactly what happened with all of this tonight.
I mean, I know he did a horror movie, which I think definitely influenced like where he wanted to go with his character.
Yes. Yes.
But I just feel like everything was done so very well. Even if one of my friends did text me, "Holy shit, Bray Wyatt just returned," 20 seconds before he walked through the door on my stream.
Oh.
But I mean, everybody knew it was Bray. It's not like you were gonna catch me off guard. Bray Wyatt? No. As much as I said it was Joe Gacy, everybody knew it was Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
But everything, it was just done so perfectly. And how they just bring him back as the Fiend. They didn't bring him back as his other characters. It's fully different. And it feels like it's going to be the amalgamation of characters.
Yes. All possible 6 characters of Bray Wyatt all rolled into one, which is going to be great. Like, at first I thought it was just going to be, a faction with him involved. I thought he just wasn't going to be coming alone. And honestly, it still could have worked that way, because the characters are now coming to life.
Yeah. He could easily have those characters now be played by people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he could just be everyone.
Right. It was just a perfect storm of, just the White Rabbit. It all led to this. The QR codes, the teases,
Even though I never fully understood what the White Rabbit was about back in the Firefly Funhouse.
What's the rabbit's name?
Can't remember.
Ramblin' Rabbit?
Huh?
Ramblin' Rabbit, I think?
Yeah, Ramblin' Rabbit.
That rabbit, jeez. He looked freaking terrifying. I was like, wait a second. Is that the White Rabbit? And then I was like, wait a second. No, this can't be. But I was like, what's happening here? Because I knew it was all the characters, but I was like, whoa.
My thing it wasn't until we went back to the Firefly Funhouse and they were panning through that it hit me. Wait, the White Rabbit is Ramblin' Rabbit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense why that's there. I never understood what he represented back in the Firefly Funhouse, because, Sister Abigail represented, like, Swamp Leader Bray, and Husky was Husky Harris.
The one character?
Mercy was Mercy, yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood what the fucking bunny was.
Yeah. The one character that we did not get tonight, and I mean, listen, I'm glad it didn't actually happen, but the boss, the devil-like version of Vince.
Yeah, we weren't. I don't think we're gonna see double version of Vince ever again.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I was like, you're getting all these characters. Imagine we just see the double version of Vince just come out. But man, this was just perfect from top to bottom. I loved everything about it. It's gonna be very interesting now to figure out how they're gonna fit Alexa into this, because I do think Alexa's gonna be happy.
I don't think Alexa's gonna be involved.
I honestly really don't want her to be, but I can just feel it because of the relationship that she has with Bray since being with them. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm just saying.
It depends. I wouldn't mind it, but at the same time, I also don't want you to just give his gimmick to another person again.
Right. Yeah.
And Sister Abigail is still his gimmick. So it's it's iffy. I wouldn't mind her getting involved because I still do like the idea of there being a faction and each character being a different person. But also, the amalgamation idea is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And the idea that he could just come out as whoever anytime that, now we're gonna shit. It's gonna help a lot for all the characters because one of the biggest issues with the Fiend was overexposure. We were
Yes.
seeing them too much.
You need to
Now-
treat this as special as you can.
Right. Like Bray needs to wrestle for the most part in his like current form with the new mask and all that shit. That needs to be the Bray wrestling for the most part. That's the one you can use on your weekly shows. But when you get to like the big 4 pay-per-views, that's when you bring out the Fiend. These B pay-per-views, that's when he could, do Husky Harris, which I still think might be one of the funniest nights ever because when he comes out in just those trunks, and we ain't seen Bray in trunks in a very long time, I feel like that's going to be funny.
It's going to be a very interesting way so that we can try to figure out how they're going to relate these characters into stories.
Or what is he even going to be doing? Like, what's going on here? Because, shit.
We'll get out of here. We will get out of here. I know. Trust me. But yeah. It's just going to be very interesting. I love it.
With the Fiend, it was very clear when they debuted him, he was going to be going against Finn.
Yeah.
Now it's iffy. There's no clear direction for him. And that was one of my first thoughts after the return. I was like, what? They didn't give us a clear direction for him, though.
They just
cool to
had him return.
Yeah, it's cool to see him. But when you make a return, I also want to see a direction for them. So, obviously, I can wait till Raw. But after Raw, if there's not a story in place by Raw, speed it up. He needs to be on SmackDown.
If these characters that did come to life are played by other people, who's it going to be?
I am sticking with Joe Gacy. Like I'm telling you, he might.
I would love it if Joe was Mercy.
Right. Or yeah, he might not have been the White Rabbit, but if Joe Gacy ends up being the Mercy, or hell, the actual White Rabbit, then I'd be cool with it. I think Joe Gacy needs to be in the faction. Alexa Bliss is a great pick. I think that's the obvious one if they're going to add a woman to the faction. However, I also wouldn't mind I
wouldn't mind a Scarlet.
Or a Nikki Cross.
Nikki, okay.
She's
directionless right now, so you can make that happen.
Yeah, he's so fucking directionless. I could also see maybe a Mustafa could fit in there.
Okay.
I want to pick some more names from NXT. I think, you could. Ooh. I'm not sure. Those are like the only names, unless you want to throw like Karrion Kross in there, but I don't think he'll be involved.
I mean, Karrion was the Right Rabbit, so that's the only thing that makes sense for him. And even then, you'd have to involve Scarlet. So
either way, I don't think Karrion's going to be involved. But
yeah,
I feel like the obvious names might be Joe Gacy and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, just keeping him as all these characters. Even if you just want to involve Alexa or just somebody to fill that Abby character, that's fine. That's fine. Because Wyatt can't be Abby the Witch. That just can't happen. So you're going to have to find somebody. But I'm fine with that. As long as it's just the amalgamation and just getting these characters fitting into certain storylines when they see fit, it's going to be fine.
It's going to be very fun to have.
And this is going to be working out a lot better for Bray because he's gonna have He's gonna have control. I don't know if he's gonna have full. I want him to have full, and trust me, I really think that he should.
I think
But
he's
I
gonna
think
have
Triple H
full
would work
control.
with him. I think Triple H would work with him if anything.
Yeah.
So
He's gonna have like full control, but like he's still gonna be like, hey, like this isn't. We're not gonna do this. This doesn't seem key. Would you like something else in that place? That type thing.
this, listen, this is what I have in mind. I'm pitching it to you right here. We can work on something together, but this is what I really want to try.
Yeah.
What do you think? And then they'll go from there.
Or Triple H might just come with them like, hey, here's who we're booking you against. Here's the story.
What do you
Go
think you
paint
can
it.
do?
Yeah, go paint it.
Right.
And
And we'll
unlike
have your
Vince,
back.
who,
Just figure it out.
unlike Vince, who Vince gave him the control at first, but then over time started pulling it back in. I feel like Triple H is actually just gonna let go of the reins until Bray like really fucks up or like hits a snag, and then that's when he's gonna come in like, okay, let's course correct here and go down this road, see where you can go.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a perfect thing for him. It could be a blessing in disguise. I really love it. I think this return debut was perfect for him. It all culminated right here tonight. I was saying throughout my entire show, I'm like, all right, this is the match that's gonna happen, and this is the match that's gonna happen. And I think we all knew really at the end of the day it was gonna happen at the end of the show.
Yeah, because like I said, there was no way in hell you were keeping this crowd hype. And I like how you said, oh, it's a Philly crowd, they can come back. With how nuclear they went for Bray, they would have died if they put him, been completely dead if they put him early in the show. I didn't expect him to get that big of a pop either. Are you muted?
No.
I can hear you.
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. And we said this earlier on in the show. During the middle part of the show, I mean, let's just take a look back at what really happened here. Karrion and Drew, that didn't live up to much hype as people thought it could have been. Liv and Ronda, it could have been a good match, but it just didn't live up to what people thought it really could have been.
Yeah.
And Bianca and Bayley, another great solid match, but people had other ideas. So the middle of the show, it definitely felt a little weak, but
Yeah, the show dipped already. So I can only imagine that if you would have like dropped Bray after the strap match, nah, there was no way you were gonna keep that crowd into a ladder match.
Yeah.
Then an I Quit match that was almost 30 minutes long. Then a fight pit match. You could have got him back for the fight pit match. Maybe towards the end of the I Quit match when they got Beth involved. But the show would have suffered significantly.
I mean, there was really only two spots that it ever really could have happened anyway. It was either going to happen during the Karrion match or the end of the show. And I'm just glad it did happen at the end of the show.
I thought if it was going to happen, they were either going to open the show with it or close or close the show.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you wanted it to happen during the beginning of the show, you could have had Kross and McIntyre do something at the beginning. But like I said, I thought the whole Imperium and Brawling thing was a perfect way to open up the show. I think the whole match card structure it wasn't all that bad. It's just maybe it's just the endings that kind of just got people down.
Yeah.
I think the structure was okay.
I think the way they built the card was faulted in a way, because I feel like putting on Brawling Brutes versus Imperium was a great first match. Ronda and Liv should not have been a second. You should have followed that up with Drew and Karrion Kross. because you were already in that big bruising phase.
Yeah.
You could have carried the crowd nicely over into that and kept the crowd nicely alive for that. Switching into like a more just like, oh, we're using weapons, and now it's more of a weapons match.
Yeah.
You kind of hurt your card. At the same time, the ladder match happened too early in the show for me.
Okay. You probably would have had that in the co-main event then?
Yeah, co-main.
Okay.
Because a ladder match has the right type of hype that it's not gonna, blow the crowd out. It has the potential to, but for the most part it isn't. But it also has a significant cooldown, so it's not gonna spoil your main event.
You use the ladies as a cooldown match, and then you get them right back up to the high points of the match, the cars where people are going to need to be rested up for the high spots and everything like that.
Yeah, you put the women
works.
back to back. Like they should have been. Not my bad. You should have put it like it should have been. If I was structuring the card, it would have been Brawling Brutes.
Brawling Brutes.
Then Drew, Kross, Liv, Ronda, ladder match.
Oh, okay.
Ladder match. No, I quit match. Yeah, I quit match because that was very similar to the thing. Ladder match. Fight pit match.
Then fight pit. Yeah.
Because the ladder match and the fight pit match are like the actual like big stipulations in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, no. It wasn't too far off. But yeah, honestly, guys, Extreme Rules 2022, obviously one of the best Extreme Rules pay-per-views in quite some time. I don't know if I'd call it the best Extreme Rules pay-per-view of all time, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah, it's top 3.
It's definitely up there.
There's only been like 12.
Yeah. So guys, this was a perfect, not a perfect show, but this was a great review, and this was, just a great way to lead in to the season premiere of Monday Night Raw happening now tomorrow because it's Sunday. But this is gonna be great. Obviously, Bray Wyatt is gonna have to at least make something, or at least maybe a video package. I don't think he's gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna be on the card or not, but some kind of video for him.
Yeah.
Something.
I think you need him to show up in person.
Yeah.
And he needs to be like in the ring. He doesn't need to wrestle, but he does need to do like an in-ring promo.
I want a promo. Yeah, I want a promo.
Preferably to start the show off.
Yeah, I think that would be a great way to kick off the show. Do we get a few going right away?
Preferably.
Any thoughts on who?
No fucking clue. I do like the idea of Edge.
Same.
But I also think the thing he had going where he was redeeming himself from his past failures was phenomenal.
Yes.
And that would be a great story to continue. But Edge or Seth. Not Seth. Fuck. Edge or like Riddle.
Seth is gonna happen, but that has to happen way later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like your choices. I honestly have no idea. I'm kind of just in a wait and see type of a thing because I want to see where this goes, and like it's just, I think we're all on such a high right now that we're probably just still gonna be fantasy booking this guy. But honestly, I'm not fantasy booking shit. I'm just gonna enjoy the freaking ride because he's back.
Yeah,
and that's all we wanted.
I made a joke tweet earlier. Like as soon as the break came out, I was like, wait, so it's not Joe Gacy? Huge L for WWE. Nobody cares about Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. Oh my god.
Nobody took that so seriously. It was like, if you're boring, just say that. I was like, bro. As hype as everyone has been about Bray, you think I'm just randomly going to drop Bray hate on this timeline right after his? Come on now,
dude. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, guys, that's it for the show tonight. I'm going to fuck to bed because it's 2:30, and Honestly, I didn't expect it to be that long, but I knew once we got to Bray Wyatt, it was gonna be like an actual like long discussion, and honestly, it should. Um, I might do actually something today, just talking about Bray, and I want to get more people's opinions on this because it deserves to be talked about because we've been wanting this for so long, especially the Wrestle Talk community.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, we gonna wake up and there's gonna be like 500 videos.
Yes.
Every creator is gonna have a video on this.
Yes.
I'm gonna probably wake up in the morning and make a video on this.
I like I said, I did a whole live stream on TikTok. I'm hoping that motherfucking saves, cause if it doesn't, I'm going to go back on Peacock and I am going to make a video on it because it deserves to be, it just deserves to be talked about. So I mean, we're gonna be seeing a lot of videos anyway. But I'm really hoping it saves because my reaction, bro, you're gonna want to see it. And I got that whole thing where like you can do like a 10-minute recording.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't save, I'm screen recording my phone and I am going to get it to you guys one way or another because my reaction, it was great. It was freaking great, bro. I already know it's going to be golden. So I'm going to get it one way to you guys or another. So, thank you guys. Thank you, Zay, for coming on. And thank you to everybody who came in. I know it's late.
We were dropping off like flies in this bitch.
Yes, but listen, it's well worth it. This entire show was great, and I couldn't be more proud that we're in this Triple H era, and Bray Wyatt's finally back, bro. I love it. So, thank you for coming on. Like, comment, subscribe. All the links are down in the description for all of our TikToks, and we will talk to you in the morning. Have a good night, guys. Peace.